really low in the back, but even then you can barely fucking hear it.
I'm just asking.
Alright, let's put a post up. Let's do a score squad post. Oh, wait, it only works this way.
Let me see. You be having all the Pokemon filters.
filter.
All no, not even a filter. You love all the Pokemon filters. I'm like, damn, they have this one. Like literally every time I see, damn, they have this one. You know what I just noticed? For Leo month, you brought in a Leo as your co-host.
Oh my god, wait, I did.
It's kind of not therapeutic, poetic.
It's fitting. It's
Yeah,
fitting.
I'm like, not therapeutic.
Twitch.tv / boom, 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 boom. Should I put music on? I'm always like, should I put music on? What song should I put on? Persuasive. Like
How earlier do you do this before the actual like this stream starts?
Hello, friends.
Hi.
Coming through first. Okay, cool, great. It is time. It is August. I forgot to pay my rent today, actually. Fuck. I have to do that. I'm a day late. I am a day late. My friend asked me about monkeypox vaccine. We're going to talk about monkeypox. But I'm here, and as you can see, I have a co-host. Would you like to introduce yourself, co-host?
My name is Ivan. Ivan. For those of you who don't know how to spell.
Proud Leo.
Oh, yeah.
Icon, representative for the
Leo
people during Leo month. Who are... Well, Skips, if you would pay attention, he's introducing himself right now. Not Eviction Stream.
It's
Eviction
right there.
Stream.
Eviction Stream.
This is where the girls can follow you at
YT. YouTube. Just pronounce it.
It's YouTube. Everyone say hi. Everyone be nice. Welcome, friends. How are we all doing? It's been a whole month. And once again, we're here with your bullshit. Yo, Justin, thank you for the follow. Welcome. How are you? Also, sorry if y'all hear background noise from my computer because there are two of us. I don't have, it's two of us, one pair of headphones. So when we listen to voicemails, we're just going to mute ourselves. And so that way there's no background noise for it. But welcome, friends. I am actually going to... Yeah, that's what it is. It's just going to hear the background noise if there's activity stuff in the feed. Unless I mute it, which... Actually, I can fix it. Give me 2 seconds.
Look at him, smart boy.
I'm just going to set that to... Mute... No, wait. Monitor off. Yeah, that should mean that it
Completely off?
I think so. We'll see.
There's a lot of
we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
This Kinks is my first time having a co-host.
Yeah.
We're working on it. We'll see. By next month, Kinks will be out. Not to mention you're like my guinea pig, but not my actual guinea pig, because that rat is outside. Should we cheers before we get into the shenanigans?
I finished mine, but cheers. Cheers.
What? Let's get you another one. Be right back. I'm just gonna grab all of this one.
Right. Pineapple.
Here he was talking about how he sips it.
Did you for real, right? And I ended up checking mine. Did you change anything? Because they said it was fine.
Yeah, should be good now. All right, friends. If you remember last month, we had some coworker fuckery, and we're gonna start stream with the coworker fuckery updates.
It returns.
We've got a text update, and then several voicemail updates. Some of which are sober, some of which are not sober. We're just gonna get into it. We'll let it explain for itself.
I think the drunk outweighs the sober.
So deep.
Dami, thank you for... Oh, Skippy, thank you for the tier 1 gift sub to Dami. Welcome. Hoa! How are you, Dami? How are you, Skippy? How are you, Miguel? How are you, Zara? I know, it's chaos today. Chaos. That's what we're here for. We're here for chaos and chaos alone. Is that under Chunky Kong? Or no, it's under... Boom.
The text first?
Yeah, we're gonna start with this one. I'll read. We're gonna swap reading. I'll read the first one. You read the second one.
I'm blind. You have to.
I'll make
Scroll
it
up.
bigger. Well, I'll read this one. So don't even worry about this one. But second question you'll read. Gay drama. We're here for it. All right, ready? This one says update. Oh, it's from a Hung Frog Daddy's side piece. Well. Update to a past story about my coworkers fucking in the DJ booth. So one day about 2 weeks ago, maybe 3, I got super blackout drunk and stayed at the bar longer than I normally do. It's 24 hours here, so I try to leave before the sun... The bar's 24 hours?
Vegas?
Oh my god. That's fucking
Imagine
crazy. The Brit French, now the friend group friendly really needs to be ended. That's right, Miguel. That's right. Tear that bitch down. Finally, he stopped being a bully. 24 hours. I can't imagine. Anyway, one of them was the only bartender, I think, and I don't know, I was wasted, sitting at the bar. He came over and started kissing me, and I was like, yes, sir. And we kissed a couple times, but he started it. And then we three-way kissed with a customer a couple of times while the other bartender with the boyfriend watched. Then he kind of left, and I left too. He kind of left. Then the next day, Saturday, so this was on a Friday, the day prior, I worked with them. I didn't want it to be weird, so I just kind of didn't bring it up or try to think too much about it, because the guy I kissed is kind of a thought at work, but not like fucking people, just being,
just thoughting around.
Fun and flirty, He's just free and fun. At the end of the night, he kissed me again. The other bartender with the boyfriend was like, oh, so it's round 2 of last night. Shade. And then around 8 a.m., when we were counting money in the back, I made sure I was in the back with them because we all got pretty drunk. Oh, God. And then the bartender I'd been kissing took off the shoe of the other one. Why did I start at the shoe?
Hold on.
Why not the shirt? They started at the shoe.
Let me take your shoe off first.
Right, let me take the shoe off. It's like Cinderella. And he was like, ooh, he has nice feet, and was kissing them. Oh, my God. I explained the build-up to that poorly. It wasn't as weird as I just explained. Okay, so I guess
I was like, this is a little too kinky for the bar stuff.
It was a little more normal. But I just was about to start kissing them, too, and so I did. And we were making out with each other, and we would suck his toes and then make out more. Oh, God.
This is already way too much for the workplace.
I don't regret it, but yeah, that happened. But then the one I'd been kissing left, and I told my manager, the one with the boyfriend, that I love his BF, but I also really want to fuck around with him. And he was like, yeah. And I was like, yeah, no, I get it. You're my manager and blah, 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 blah. But yeah, LMAO. I know he's into me too, but he has a history with the other bartenders, so they do things sometimes. But I'm not giving up my fellow gays. I'll get the threesome. Anyway,
let's sit there for a second.
Right? Gays, I'll do it. Anyway, I'll work with the kissing bartender tonight. We'll report back maybe if things happen. XOXO versus Top. Skippy, it's a gay bar, so it's a toxic work environment.
To start.
Even my bar is a toxic work environment, but not really. It's only toxic if you clue into all the drama. I show up, serve my little drinks, bar my little back, do whatever I gotta do. I don't really talk to nobody. I just do my work and I leave. So it's different. Romeo, you missed the bartender fuckery. As a quick recap, let's recap this. This is an update. To begin. So in the first one from last month, there's a manager and the DJ. The manager and the DJ sometimes fool around.
Okay.
And so this person who also works at the bar wants to fuck both of them. But in this update, they fucked the DJ and another bartender. Well, they didn't fuck. They just made out and were licking toes and shit like that. So basically hooked up with another bartender, but he doesn't want to tell everyone because that bartender's a thought. And everyone knows he thoughts around at work. He's like the town bicycle. And so he was with that bartender and the DJ, but not the manager. The manager saw it all and was like, well, girls, well, at the workplace. Yes, hockey at the workplace. So this was the update. Do we want to give a little advice on this situation first before we listen to the voicemails? Mermaid, thank you for the follow. Welcome. How we doing? Oh, everyone gonna know at the workplace. Sucking toes at the workplace, in the back room at the bar counting money. That's what team building exercises. I mean,
so out of pocket for that comment.
It's not wrong.
No,
it's not wrong. Monkeypox. Who? Listen. Let's talk about monkeypox real quick. Listen, if you are allowed, eligible, and have the capacity to get the vaccine, I highly urge that you get it. I got it early because I work industry and they wanted all the bartenders, all the go-go boys, all the drag queens. They wanted all of us to have our vaccines quick. Just because we see a lot of people, we shake a lot of hands, we hug a lot of people, and, drunk people are messy. So I got mine early. Now that they're becoming more available, there's a lot more resources wherever you are, hopefully, to get them. I know in Chicago there's a couple different websites that people have been using. Different places like bars, Steamworks, your local STD clinic. All these places are now doing pop-ups. So I would clue in, check social media, check your fellow gays, try to get the vaccine if possible, be safe. It does take 4 weeks to be effective, yes, so keep that in mind. That's why I got mine a whole month ago. They are saying to get 2 shots, but also they're saying that the second shot doesn't increase the efficacy of it. It just increases how long it's effective, so from 2 years to 4 years. That being said, I would still urge people to get the second shot as a follow-up to the first. I am looking to schedule my second shot for sometime next week. So, yeah, if possible, stay safe, everyone. But let's get back to the toe sucking.
The team building exercise.
The team building exercise at this workplace. Let's talk about it. I think before we get into the voicemails, because the voicemails will add more to it.
Oh, it's the same story? Okay.
Because the voicemail adds, because at the end he says, I'm working with the kissing bartender tonight. We'll report back if things happen.
Oh.
And we have not one, not two, but 3 voicemails with varying levels of drunkenness. That being said, when I gave the advice for this question last month, we opted for messy advice. As a disclaimer, I'm not a therapist. You're not a therapist. We're not licensed. We're here for entertainment purposes.
Yep.
Right? And so, once again, let's cheers to that. Entertainment. Who's the messy bartender? I don't know, but if it was at my bar, I would know who the messy bartender is. It's not me.
It's kind of spot. Yeah, you can probably tell who it is.
Every bar has one. You know, it's like Beyonce said with the Freakum dress. Every woman got one. Every bar got one really thoughty bartender.
I'm not even in the industry, but you can
go to the bars.
You can. Yeah.
You can go to the bars that you know who the thoughty bartender is.
Mm-hmm. Are you a good therapist?
If you don't encourage a little drama,
just
a little bit.
You have to get the guests back.
I know, yeah.
The patience.
The point is, you don't solve everyone's problem. You gotta keep them coming back. You know, I gotta get updates for next month. I believe in you. I believe in you that you will get the threesome. I mean, you technically had a threesome, just not with the one that you wanted.
I think he gotten the one with the manager. Has he fucked the manager?
He hasn't gone with the manager. He got the thoughty bartender and the DJ.
And he wants to with the manager.
Sometimes, this is something my mother told me growing up. Sometimes you don't get the 3 where you deserve. No, you don't get the 3 where you want. You get the 3 where you deserve. So maybe the universe is trying to tell you that you're not supposed to fuck your manager. The universe is really trying to throw you a bone on this one.
Mama Jake said that.
Oh, well. If my mom ever heard that shit, I'd be like, I didn't say that shit. I did not say that shit.
Leave me out of it.
Yeah, she's like, don't put me in your advice.
If you want it to happen, I would just say let it happen. Or the way it's supposed to. I wouldn't. I feel like they're going to put themselves in, they're purposely going to try to do it.
I think the way it's going now...
It's going to happen, yeah.
It's going to be a full orgy with everyone at the bar.
And the bouncer. If there's a bouncer, let us know.
A bouncer? Because the bouncer's always fine. Not always.
Not always, no.
I think more often than not, the bouncer's cute, though.
You have to have a pretty face at the door.
Exactly. Or a menacing face.
It's usually menacing.
You gotta scare bitches off. But hard outside, soft inside. And on that note, let's listen to the first voicemail. Oh God, there's so many of them. This is also a reminder, if you're going to send a voicemail, try to keep it under 2 minutes. The voicemail will kick you off at 3 minutes. It's not trying to hang up on you. The voicemail will just kick off at 3 minutes regardless. And with that being said, we're going to play the first voicemail.
Calling the Kroger call. Bitch, what the fuck? I'm drunk. This is the update to the update to the update. This is the update to the update about my coworker situation. So if you haven't read the update to the first one, where's the cock sleep? My mom is that. I should say that. Oh my God. So moving on.
Did it get louder? I raised it.
Read the update first, and then come back to this. I'll give you a second. Something about Dalton gives me bad vibes. I don't know. I feel like he's my villain. I don't know. Anyway, this is my update. So I went home. I worked with one of the.
You know what? I'm gonna read the transcription. and we're gonna go to the sober update. Okay, we're gonna. Did they mention Dalton?
Did they what?
I don't know. I thought did they just say Dalton is my villain? Actually, I'm gonna go back. We're gonna listen to that one again. Hold on.
I feel like he's my villain. I don't know. I feel like he's my villain. Moving on. Read the update first, and then come back to this. I'll give you a second. Something about Dalton gives me bad vibes. I don't know. I feel like he's my villain.
Dalton, you heard this. They.
Yeah, they said Ivan's facial reactions.
I'm dead. Alright, well, okay, I'm just gonna read this, and then we'll get to their coherent voicemail. There is a coherent one later on, but...
Ish.
It's a little more coherent. So I went home. What time this morning? It's 2:43 in the afternoon. I work 11 p.m. to 6 to 7 a.m. Is it 6 or is it 7? And I have to go to sleep because I have to go back to work at 12. And I'm too tired to get more details. Don't pull a chair at a church card. I feel like the transcription might be a little off there, because I don't want to know my fate in this world right now. I just want to sleep, and I don't think on Tuesday I'll really care. I'll be too embarrassed what I said. Look at my prep. I don't care. Blah 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 blah. I don't care. I don't remember to take my prep or not. Okay, this is just him rambling. They're drunk rambling in this one. There's nothing coherent in this email. In this voicemail. It's 2 in the afternoon. I've been awake for 24 hours. I gotta go. Good morning. It's a little poetic. It's a little poetic. Hi, a person is now following. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're going to listen to the more coherent one. They sent another one where they're also drunk, so we're going to listen to a little bit of that, but other than that, we're going to go to the most coherent one.
Hi, it's me again. I am giving the update of my update on my coworker situation. I was very drunk last night, and I apologize for that last email. We do things, and I'm driving and talking on the phone. So what I'm trying to say is, so yeah, I took this is the real update, but I took my coworker home. Well, not even, okay, so I was so there's people, I have friends that really want to fuck me, and I feel narcissistic saying that, but a lot of my, I have friends that would have sex with me, and I don't really want to have sex with them, and I feel like I've always had that thing of me not really, I never had a boyfriend, but I've never gotten that far with someone for me to want to date them, or for me to consider them my boyfriend, So I've always just kind of had people that are oh, you're hot, and now it probably doesn't help me now that I work at a gay bar, and just drunk people are always just, you're hot, oh, take your shirt off, blah blah blah. But I've always just wanted that are actually my friends, pick me first, that aren't just with I'm hot, or they just want to fuck me, or just kind of there. I'm the pretty girl, It's hard being the Regina George. I'm kidding. But so I had a friend that really wanted to have sex with me, and they're moving back to LA, and there's their last hurrah, and I think they really want to check this off their list before they move, and it's just not gonna happen. I just don't want it to happen, but I also don't want to hurt their feelings. So it's another problem that I have, because I don't want to reject people, but I also don't want to do things with people. So, but yeah, so I was I felt bad, because I was I'm only kind of staying after my shift. After I got off 6 a.m., I'm only kind of staying after my shift so I could do something with my coworker. But it's a two-way street with me and him. But my friend was saying they wanted me to take them home and do stuff in my car, and I'm hey, I don't have to do the windows, I'm not doing that. Sorry, CarPlay is not an option. And I didn't want to do it, and I don't know. So then me and I don't know. I'm jumping all over the place. So me and my friend, I got my friend Uber, and then.
Okay, so like I said, it cuts off at 3 minutes. Also, this is a reminder: be nice, y'all. We don't wanna shame anyone, but I will say, please rehearse. Send me rehearse. Try to get to the point. But I will say this was barely an update to the question. This was more so just a life update, which is fine. This is fine. Bullet points would help. Write everything on a note card. Write what you want to say, and then, but let's be nice because I really don't want to. I don't want to deter people from sending voicemails. I want more voicemails.
Voicemails are fun.
So we're gonna pull a card. We'll pull 2 cards plus a moon card. If you want to pull the moon card, while I pull this one, we're gonna pull 2 cards.
Are these already shuffled?
You shuffle them a little bit. We'll pull 2 cards, and then in the next one we're gonna pull another card or so. Right. This was the first. Bravo to them. Yeah. We don't want to. We're gonna knock the shit in. But let's pull.
He is
It's brave. It do take nerve.
Especially for this many updates. Yeah.
It do take nerve to call in first drunk and then sober again. I will say that. Right, nothing's really jumping out for me. Ooh. These two are slipping out. I'm gonna take these 2. These 2 are the girls for today. 2 kings. Sheesh. King of coins and the king of swords.
This was a really good one. A new moon.
New moon. Okay, new star is coming. So I pulled the. Why are we pulling these little cards out? Because to increase voicemails, every voicemail gets a tarot pull. And since this person sent like 8 voicemails, they get a couple of tarot pulls. Yep. So the first one, which is so if you were trying to get through the rambling the call, basically the crux of it was their friend who's moving to LA wants to have sex with them before they leave.
A last hurrah.
A little last hurrah moment. Meanwhile, caller does not want to have sex with them. For kind of a myriad of reasons, something about Regina George.
I laughed. You didn't hear us, but we laughed when we heard the Regina George card.
Yeah,
I think he said it was hard to be the Regina George of his friend group.
Something like that. Can't too many card pulls be a bad thing? Sometimes, but to me, when you start pulling too many cards, the cards it'll just give you the same fucking cards. They're like, stop asking me. But in this instance, I got 2 kings. They're the King of Pentacles and the King of Swords, which is about definitive action. So in this case, I think it's the definitive action of not fucking your friend. Because you just said you didn't want to fuck your friend. I think this is pretty cut and dry. Mm-hmm. You don't want to fuck your friend. I wouldn't fuck your friend. Just because your friend's leaving and wants to fuck you doesn't mean that's not a good reason. You could just say no. Just be upfront with your friend. Especially, so the King of Swords, more so than anything, is about let's do the King of Coins first. The King of Coins is about in this case, not wealth of money, but the currency of language.
Yes.
And being concise and, I don't know, strict isn't the right word, but
diligent? No.
Deliberate.
Not the word I was, no.
When you said diligent.
I said diligent, it's not the same word.
But it's close. No, we don't do pity fucks here. No sympathy fucks. And then the King of Swords is about that direct action and kind of cutting through the bullshit of it all, yes. Right? And so, it's not being mean if you tell him you don't want to fuck.
That's intentions, baby. You're just saying your intentions, and you don't. Maybe you want to keep the friend and not ruin it. Definitely.
It's also just common boundaries. Just because your friend is leaving, you just got you don't gotta alter the relationship just for that.
Yeah, you still want to keep them as a friend. I'm hoping you do, and it's not just you're not within my grasp anymore. You don't I'm trying to fuck you before you leave. No.
Yeah.
Mm. Okay, so the one I drew was a new moon, and underneath this is a new start is coming. New moon is all about beginnings.
Yuka-san, thank you for the follow. Welcome. We still on the call? I had a black. Yeah, we still on the call. We're still on this call.
So the new moon, new beginnings for him and you. Like you don't have to. All the gay friends don't have to sleep with each other. Like that's a big if. Like let's not fall into the stereotype that all the gay friends do each other. But this is a really good one. Like for
not either real. Okay, why is my mother calling me? I'll call her in the morning.
I am real. Hi.
I'm busy right now. Oh, she calling from the house phone. I can't even text her. It's on the house phone. All right, I'm gonna just let it ring. I'll call her tomorrow. Anyways, yeah. Also, new moon cards. I think when we take it in context with the kings, and also just the situation in general, your friend's leaving. You know what I mean? And when that power vacuum kind of leaves, when you have a spot to be filled, whether it's a friend or a relationship,
you have to fill it with something new.
It leaves opportunities for something else to come up.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
And can we talk about how you pulled 2 kings too?
2 kings.
For this situation?
That's
kings. Crazy.
And kings are like, they're
powerful,
a king rules his kingdom. A king has a certain amount of power to him. And so a king in this, 2 of them, is really letting you know, like, you have to find your answer on this and stay staunch in it. And in this case, you know your answer. You say you don't want to fuck your friend. So you just really got to be like, listen, I love you, I'm going to miss you. But I'm not going to cross that boundary with you. You know what I mean? King. Thoughts on milk?
I used to drink almond milk.
Used to? What do you drink now?
I don't put anything in my iced coffee. It's black.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
No sugar?
Sugar. I guess it's not an iced coffee. Not a black coffee technically, but it's not no milk.
Do you ever use honey?
I do use honey.
Honey's the best.
I stopped using honey for sugar.
Sometimes,
it's easier to mix.
Sometimes I'll do condensed milk.
No.
If I'm feeling real crazy with
real adventurous.
Well, cause like a Vietnamese iced coffee and a Thai iced coffee both use condensed milk, and it alters the flavor.
It's gonna be really thick though.
It is.
That's why I stopped using honey. I stopped using honey because what happened?
Do you ice your coffee?
Yeah.
You gotta add all this shit hot.
Yeah.
So I do the condensed milk when it's hot, right? I'll do condensed milk.
Oh, that solves it.
The condensed milk lightens it a bit, gives it a nice little sweetness, and then you ice it.
I don't like seeing it like really. It has to be black. It has to be dark.
I mean,
it has to be a dark color.
Trust me, mine is dark. It's not light. I'm not mixing it like it's Dunkin'. But when I do get Dunkin' iced coffee, my Dunkin' iced coffee is like bright.
No, it's like white. Dunkin' iced coffee is white.
And what about it? I like a little. It's sugar with just a little bit of coffee, just a tad.
It's coffee with
just
a gallon of milk.
Twiddles thumbs and doesn't drink coffee. Well, this can apply to tea too because I also use condensed milk in my tea.
It can for sure apply to tea.
Yo, iced coffee preferences reveal. My iced coffee preference. If I'm going to Dunkin', I'll go and I'll do a medium iced coffee with the cake batter flavor and then no sugar.
Hold on. Your words are still reverberating against my brain. Cake flavored iced tea?
Batter.
Oh shit.
Yes, okay. But because you don't have sugar in it, the pump alone adds like just a tad. It's not really that sweet.
No.
So I don't get any sugar in it. So it's still.
I don't know. I really don't have a Dunkin' for me is like a no.
Well, because you're from here. Back on the East Coast, America runs on Dunkin'. It's different over there. It's a different beast. If you're from the New Jersey, New York tri-state area, Dunkin' is your life, and that's just it. If you know, you know, and if you don't know,
he's cake batter.
Yeah, I like the cake batter, but earlier in the summer they do ice cream flavors, and at that point, cookie dough down. They
said there are Dunkins everywhere over there.
Right.
Here's different. I feel like in the West Coast and like in the I call Chicago the Midwest Coast. I feel like here in the Midwest and the West, there's a lot more Starbucks.
Yes, because back Jersey has Starbucks, but they are not as common as a Dunkin'. There's the Dunkin' on every corner. Starbucks, you gotta like. There's definitely 1 or 2 in each town. You know what I mean? Like growing up, there was definitely a Starbucks, but we didn't have a Starbucks in my town until maybe early high school. Dunkin' on every corner in New Jersey. This is the truth. A nice vodka Red Bull in the morning.
Oof. That's the only thing I like to drink. I've been drinking those since We don't condone underage drinking.
Well, I know you're a vodka Red Bull girl, but me, I'm a tequila Red Bull. Tequila Red
girl.
Bull, twist the lime. That's all I want.
Tequila Red Bull.
I've
never heard that combo.
Yeah, tequila Red Bull with the watermelon one.
I don't denounce tequila ever, but I prefer to drink vodka.
What do you mean? We went to Starbucks because you like Starbucks. If I had it my way, we would have been at Dunkin', because Dunkin's closer than the Starbucks. It's right down the street from me. We went to Starbucks because our party members at the time wanted Starbucks. Me, I would have been perfect at Dunkin'. 2 ham, mac, and cheese wake-up wraps, a side of hash browns, and a medium iced coffee. And a blueberry donut.
The new avocado toast with the pesto in it. From Dunkin', I gotta give it to them. I love me pesto.
Vodka Red Bull, man. You mean Coke?
I stopped drinking those heavy. I still drink vodka Red Bulls, but I stopped drinking how I used to drink.
Well, so
a couple of years ago.
No,
vodka Red Bull.
So you still get it. You just get it less.
I just a lot less. I mix in a lot of other drinks.
So here's what you think about. So
my heart was
bartending. I'll tell you this: every vodka Red Bull has about half of a Red Bull in it.
Yeah.
So when you think about it. Over the course of the
unless
night,
they give you the can.
Yes, and places are supposed to, but most gay bars won't. Because it's speed bars. If you go to a slower bar, like a restaurant, and you order something, they'll give you the can.
Mm-hmm.
But every vodka Red Bull is half a can. Over the course of a night, how many would you say you used to drink? Back when you were drinking hardcore.
I used to drink a good 7.
Right, and so think about it. That's 2,
3 Red Bulls?
4, 6. That's 3.5 Red Bulls. I think if my math is correct. There's a reason I'm a bartender. It's because I'm bad at math. The computer does it all for me. But that's still a lot of fucking Red Bulls.
Regardless, yeah, I would wake up. I don't get hangovers. I get anxiety, where I'm just anxiety. You never heard that term?
That's a good word. I like that.
And it fits me perfectly.
Are there other ones?
There's probably other ones.
I'm what do I get? Do a shot of alcohol with a scoop of pre-workout. No, well, okay, listen. In college, I had roommates that would do scoops of pre-workout with their liquor, and then I Googled it and found out bitches were dying from it. Cause think about it. Do you remember?
I do those when I work out and I want to be there 2-3 hours.
But with a shot of vodka?
No, not a shot of liquor.
Okay, well, do you remember
with a shot of other C4 or something?
Well, that's different.
No, that's still C4.
Well, yes, that's still a crazy amount of caffeine. But do you remember Four Locos before they changed them?
No, I've never. To this day, I've never had a Four Loko.
Okay.
So now I'm the wrong.
Tell me your privilege without telling me your privilege. Some of us were broke. Some of us were broke, and Four Locos were 2 for $4, and that's all I could afford.
And
all right?
14. How much alcohol? 14? Now it has 14. The gold one has 14.
I'm googling. Four Loko. Yeah, it's 6 to 14%. I think gold is 14. But back in the day, Four Loko used to have actual caffeine in it, and people were dying from
alcohol?
It. Yes. Because the caffeine's the upper, alcohol's the downer. Yeah. You just keep getting more drunk, but you're more hyped up, so you don't realize. Yeah. It is the same thing. Red Bull vodka is legal for Loko. Four Loko.
You see, but Red Bull vodka with the flavors,
the flavors are great.
Game changers.
Let's talk about. The tropical is my favorite,
but watermelon.
Blueberry is working its way up.
Watermelon
is good. That we have.
And they have it all at all the gay bars.
We just got it at the shoe.
We just got
it. No, we got the watermelon.
Watermelon.
Blueberry, I drink if I'm at Sidetracks or Charlie's because they have.
They have watermelon at Hydrate. The tropical one they have popular. Tropical. It's okay. It's good. And it has pineapple too, and I love pineapples, but it's okay.
It's alright.
Damn,
we're so off topic.
I told them, I was like, "Don't bring me on. You're gonna jump from this topic to this topic to this topic to this topic."
You know what? They
went from milk to Red Bull to alcohol.
This all started from thoughts on
milk. Milk.
Because then we got the iced coffee, and then we got some Red Bull.
Pika-san said milk and just changed the whole game. 30 minutes later.
Well, I'll end with this. David, since you've never had a Four Loko, one day I will take the plunge into lunacy, and I'll drink a Four Loko in front of you so you can see the effects that it has on a person. Because you don't drink, so that's fine. But I'll drink it in front of you, and you'll just watch how I turn from,
sane to insane.
Remember when we were in Philly and I told you how I was messy everywhere? It was because of Four Loko. That's why. Let it be known.
Save yourself.
I will take that. That's the bullet I'll take. It turned me into a goblin. A goblin, I'll tell you. Okay, so there is another voicemail. It's 2 minutes long. Should we listen to it or should I read the transcript?
Let's listen to a little bit until it stops being
If
coherent.
it gets too rambly, then
Yeah.
I'll read the rest of the transcript, right?
I think because it adds it adds a certain authenticity if it's like the rambling.
Oh wait,
But-
I'm reading the transcript and it gets messy.
Play a little bit of it.
We're gonna play. We're gonna play it. All right, we're gonna play it. Also, the tomato face, yeah, because when I get drunk, it's just red. Just ding. I get the glow. All right, time to be positive. Don't be rude. All right, we're gonna listen to this voicemail again.
Oh, this thing wants to just hang up. I'm just so I'm wrapping up right now. So I told my coworker, I was like, I felt bad that I really didn't want to do anything with them, and they were like staying around for me, and I feel bad because I'm like a hypocrite and I'm sticking around for you. And then he was like, well, I really want to fuck with you too. And then we started making out in the back, and then yeah. So then he was like, what are you doing? And I was like, I was supposed to get my haircut, and he was like, oh, okay, what are you doing after? I was like, no, it's cool. I canceled my haircut. And then I took him home. And I took him to his house, and then we turned on Mean Girls, and then we started making out, and then we did some things, and I don't know, but he may or may not have fallen asleep eating my ass, and then he woke up, and then we did some more stuff.
Okay, does this say... So, the transcript says that he fell asleep in his ass, but the audio...
I heard that.
Audio sounds like he fell asleep eating his ass.
I heard both. I'm reading and I hear both.
So, cast or die, what do you think? You think it was eating or inside?
I want to say
I
eating.
think it was
I
inside.
want inside?
I'm
That's the third option.
Well, that's what I said. In my ass, fell asleep in my
yeah.
ass, or fell asleep eating my ass. So we got two options.
This was during the day, right? He was getting a
It was
haircut.
after work though, and it was a 24-hour bar, so they had gotten off early in the morning. So he canceled his morning haircut.
Inside.
I also think it's inside.
Inside.
Because fall asleep eating someone's ass is like okay, booty is a pillow, right? Okay.
I mean, either one. Like either one seems plausible.
They're plausible, but those are both not the most sanitary. If you can help it, don't fall asleep inside somebody.
Or eating somebody.
Or eating somebody. Just don't do it. Sounded like eating.
Eating?
I think inside is plausible, but eating, they're just both plausible.
They're both, I'm telling you, they're both believable.
Because it could be like, la la la.
No, no.
Because I'll tell you, I fall asleep in like 2 seconds flat.
Not me.
Whether you take a long time to fall asleep?
Yeah. I mean, okay, picture it. Like, let's say they're drunk. We don't even know because...
Well, they had gotten out of work. So they were probably having their shift drinks. They were probably tired, but they also probably had a couple drinks at the end of the shift.
Mm-hmm.
Probably a little tipsy.
Inside.
You think inside?
Yeah, I still go inside.
I think I'm gonna change it. I think I'm gonna go to team eating. I think
Team
I'll change it. I just change. I'm playing devil's
Hashtag
advocate.
team inside.
Hashtag team. Devil's advocate says team eating. 10 somnophilia. Well, okay, they didn't continue fucking while they were sleeping, so it's not technically somnophilia. They just
I didn't even know what that means.
So somnophilia means enjoying. Yeah. I'm team eating at this point. I don't know.
We got a team inside.
Let's do a poll. While we listen to the rest of the call, I'm gonna start a poll. We do poll. Team inside or team eating? Oh wait, team inside or team eating? So, inside, eating. Duration. Let me be a 2-minute poll because that'll take us to the end of the phone call. We'll start a poll and we're gonna play the rest of this voicemail. Right?
And then me drunkenly just kind of without preparation, like put it in, and there's no complaints, but I just don't know if like everything was good, you know what I mean? But no complaints. Like I went back, I was so drunk, guys. But sorry, I'm wrapping this up. So I don't know. I feel like I ruined a coworker dynamic, and now it's kind of like we're like this is a thing now, instead of like we can't go back to just being like regular coworkers. But I'm also like not overthinking it. Not trying to overthinking because he like kind of does stuff with other people, and like we always kind of fuck around with like customers, like like trying to have fun. I don't know. So, gay bartender life. I don't, So yeah, I don't know.
Okay, well, Vado, the poll was for whether the bartender fell asleep while eating his ass or inside his ass.
Yeah.
But listening to the rest of the voicemail,
we're
it
mixed
was definitely
opinions.
eating, because he says once they woke back up that they just put it in without preparation.
Oh yeah.
So if he was already inside,
he would. Yeah, you're right.
So the poll's no.
Okay.
The poll is it's evident.
It's invalid, I guess.
It's team eating.
I'm a Leo. I'll never be wrong, but I guess you can take this.
You're not wrong if you just change your answer.
That's true. That's very.
if you just accept that it was.
I'm
team
not
eating.
wrong because I changed my answer.
Because listen, you got additional information.
I didn't know about this information previously.
Neither did I.
Okay.
But now we get additional information. We learn things.
Okay.
It's the learning experience. That's the true advice of it all. You're not wrong if you change your answer. That's the takeaway from today's advice.
Change your answer, you won't be wrong.
If you get additional information and change your answer, you were never wrong. You were just on a journey. Everyone reaches the end of the journey at a different time. And today you had a journey, right? So, to recap the phone call, the friend that was sticking around for him because they were like, "Take me home, let's fuck, I'm leaving." The friend ended up leaving, and then caller, the coworker, was like, "Oh wait, actually, can you do me a favor? Can you blow out that candle? I really like that candle. I don't want it to die out today." Oh my god, with your bare fingers?
Yeah.
That's some Leo behavior. Fire sign. So the friend leaves, and the coworker says, "Oh well, I'll go home and fuck you, or we can fuck at home."
Well, we had gathered that they were tipsy. We didn't think that they were super drunk, but they were definitely had some drinks, possibly in them.
Well, not possibly, because he says, "Guys, I was so drunk."
Oh.
So they were drunk.
Okay.
They were drunk. So instead of going home with the friend that he didn't want to fuck, he goes home. Preston, this is Ivan. He's my co-host for the month. I am now doing co-host for every monthly advice stream. The co-host for next month is the woman who put me in drag 2 Tuesdays ago now, Omani Cross Diamond. She will be happening for the September advice stream. It'll be the first week of September. Until I run out, and then it goes back to just me. But yes, I plan on having advice stream co-hosts because I think it's fun to have someone to bounce off of, right? So yeah, next month is Omani Cross Diamond, who put me in drag last week. That was last week.
Yeah.
That was last week, right?
Last Wednesday.
Yeah. Does that marvelous creation have a name? Oh, the drag name that I used last week. The drag name I used last week was Barbara on break. To coincide with my go-go competition on Wednesday, where I'm the barback on break. So it was 2 sides of the same coin. Barbara.
I like it.
And Barbara.
I love it. Yeah.
Barbara. But anyways, back to this question. I'm still.
You're excellent. No. You're an excellent recapper.
I'm still trying.
So that's why I'm always like waiting on you.
They went home with the other bartender, the thoughty one that fucks everyone at work, and he fell asleep eating his ass. And then they woke up and they started fucking, and he said there was no painting. For the girls that said there was painting that night, let it be heard there were no complaints. So if there was painting, thoughty bartender didn't give a shit. He didn't give a shit about no shit. But also, hi Tay, how are you? So now he feels like he ruined the coworker dynamic, and now they're like this thing rather than just regular coworkers, and so that's like the main problem.
Did they ever mention how what their ETA is on leaving?
The friend's out of the question at this point, because the friend left. They didn't fuck the friend. They fucked the thoughty bartender. That whole thing about the friend was just like more or less a separate problem that we kind of solved.
It wasn't.
We gave the advice on that part, but now it's the advice on how to figure out and navigate the situation between
with the friend,
the thoughty bartender, and them. So let's pull another card. You want to pull another moon card? Blessed and highly favored. That's what I'd love to hear today. Are you enjoying the new Beyonce album? Let's talk about it, because I know you are the premier Beyonce stan. I'm loving it. No, I'm not doing it. Did you know Justin Timberlake gets royalties from that?
From which one? Oh yeah, from McDonald's.
The
Yeah,
McDonald's one.
Yeah, I did.
Because he helped make it.
Yeah, I did know that.
To me.
I'm telling you, I knew I don't know if you guys know, but we won like a random. What was it, American Horror Story? We won American Horror Story trivia.
It was trivia.
And I was like, I brought this man out for trivia.
Bitch, we gotta get back on our trivia shit.
Yeah,
we could be winning trivia money.
I lost the trivia recently.
Well,
I didn't lose. I just stepped out. I just went home.
Well, you didn't lose if you quit. You know what I mean?
You didn't. You're not wrong if you change your answer.
If you change your answer, you're not wrong, and if you quit, you're not wrong. You know what I mean? Oh, you pulled it?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna pull my.
No, I'm jumped out.
Sure. Emperor.
That's one of my favorite cards.
Really divisive cards.
That's one of my favorite cards.
These
next to the sun, which I have tattooed on my left thigh. I had to think about it
because we're twins. We got thigh tats.
I have jeans on, so we can't show.
Yeah, but you know, check the Instagram. Or is it on Instagram?
Maybe not.
Who knows? I don't. Whatever.
It's on my blog.
Anyway, follow the Instagram regardless. Even if the thigh tat's not there, make sure you follow Ivan at his Twitter and his Instagram listed below. Alien Superstar is not the best song. It's not. I'll say that. The best song is Energy. Okay, but anyways.
I didn't hear the whole album, but I did hear Thick.
But you gotta listen to it. It's really good.
I didn't know I loved house music this much until Drake and Beyonce released it.
It's good. It's good shit. So the Emperor, this is funny because we pulled two Kings cards for the first time.
And the Emperor.
And then the Emperor, which is like
it's usually
the King of Kings.
Yeah. I mean, in history, it's kind of...
You want to talk about your favorite card?
It's kind of the same thing. Emperor and King. Well, the Leo, yeah. As a Leo, I like the sun.
Talk about it.
I like the sun. I feel like it just encompasses a lot of who I am. Very outgoing, very much energy put out.
This is the sun, not the Emperor.
This is the sun card.
This
is why this is my favorite card. Your favorite card?
My favorite card is the Magician.
The Magician.
Also the sun. I love the sun
too.
The
sun. And you do the Magician and Death, right? That's your favorite? One of your two?
Death isn't one of my favorites. I do like Death.
I like Death a lot too. I think
Death is a great card.
Death is an amazing... Yes, exactly. That's why I love it too. You can always reinvent yourself.
Energy to Break My Soul. That's... Ooh, the transitions. You gotta listen. So when when you listen to it, listen top to bottom because the transitions.
Top to bottom.
That's
how I always listen to it.
Really?
Yeah.
Because some of these transitions are fucking good.
Damn from Kendrick Lamar.
Oh, the transitions were great.
Yeah.
Okay, we're off topic. Let's talk about the Emperor. The Emperor is the king of all kings. It is another card where it is like make a decision, set your boundaries, be staunch in your in who you are and what you're doing. The Emperor is a strong card. He rules a kingdom just as a king does. You know what I mean? But in this sense, it is all-encompassing. So it's not just whether you're the king of coins, the king of swords, of wands. It's all of it. So in that case, it's emotions, ideas, relationships, creativity, all the things that every other suit represents, bundled up into one, being the Emperor. So I think in this case... The question being here, you know, he feels like he's not regular coworkers with him anymore, but now they have this thing. But on the same coin, he says that this is the thoughty bartender. He like fucks everyone on staff. So I think what you got to do is really nail that boundary, because when you think about it, he does stuff with other people, you're doing stuff with other people, you're not together. You had one drunken night where he fell asleep eating your ass.
And
you're not married.
In gay culture, that's like that's like a Tuesday afternoon, like that.
Right.
That's no type of commitment whatsoever.
Yeah. So I think you just gotta really like
commitment. Oh shit. Wait. Okay.
Okay,
so I pulled this card out. It's the first quarter moon, and it says your commitment is being tested. So what I think that means is like because there's a bunch of phases towards the moon, and like this is how it goes. So the moon is not all the way there yet. So you're still in your phase. You're still in your like going towards the 100%. You might be at, what is quarter moon, 25? You might be at 25% of the way, but it's coincidence that I said commitment, and we were just talking, and I just literally said the word commitment.
That is funny. But also, so that card, I think the writing on that card is a little misleading, because that card actually reminds me a lot of the Chariot in terms of like just kind of hit and go and making a decision and sticking with it. And so when it says your commitment is being tested, it could be commitment in a relationship as it is here. But the greater description of the card is kind of commitment in terms of commitment to an action. And so in this case, if we combine
it goes back to
with
this, with the emperor,
it combines with making that action and going forward with it. So here, setting the boundary with the thoughty bartender that, yeah, we can fuck around and we can hang out and do whatever, but I'm not going to catch feelings, you're not going to catch feelings, you're going to still fuck every other bartender on staff, you know? And so I think that kind of sums it up.
I like
Set
that.
boundaries.
This voicemail has had the best
They've had some good
tarot
cards.
cards pull.
They've had some good cards. They pulled some good shit. Age of commitment. Gay's biggest fear is commitment. Shout out to commitment issues. Put an emote in the chat if you got commitment issues. From two of us who are both booed up.
Yeah, I was about to say. Heart commitment issues.
Listen, I had commitment issues for a long
Relationships.
time. And it took me a while to work through them.
I never have. Well, no, my voice already tweaked, and I
never had commitment issues.
No, it did take me a while to be booed up.
I can't even get into a streamer for Twitch Prime, which reminds me, if you have Amazon Prime, you get 1 Twitch sub for free every month. You do. So if you have Twitch Prime, and if you're liking advice streams and want to come back to see them with extra perks, including all of these cute little emotes that I have, put a sub in.
Do the Binding of Isaac face.
Oh, well, that's free. You don't get that for subbing.
Oh,
You just get that for being on Twitch.
That's my favorite. That's one of my that's one of my favorite like emojis though.
It's great. Did you? Well, you probably.
I love.
You own
the
all the
Isaac.
stuff for it, right?
For what?
For Binding of Isaac, all the
the card game and
things.
everything. Oh yeah.
Because on Steam they were doing for the summer sale. It was wildly cheap.
Oh, I don't know that.
It was so cheap.
Yeah, no, I got everything.
That's what I figured. I was like, you probably already.
I have it. Yeah. It's a great game.
Anyways, look at everyone with the emotes for commitment issues. Great. Also, I saw a question earlier asking what tarot deck this is. These are not actually tarot cards. They are oracle cards. This is my Moonology oracle set. It's really good for, just adding a little extra guidance to your normal tarot cards.
It says, "Let the moon be your guide."
Let your heart be your guiding key. As you can see, they have different phases of the moons with different little sayings, I guess. Yeah. Or little things to clue you in.
You're actually more expert than I am with the tarot and these, so you do connect them back to what we pull.
Yeah, because it's always important when you read them in tandem. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And so I really like these.
I'm a baby tarot card reader.
We all gotta start somewhere.
Yeah.
I love it. It's great. It's so fun.
It is fun.
I love talking tarot.
I have a journal that I just purchased, and it's supposed to go in tandem with the tarot. And so every time I do a reading, I put what the question we're asking for, who they are, what the relationship for me to the person I'm reading to, and then what the cards I drew. That way I keep a log. I'm telling you, I'm very
we could talk the whole advice we could just be talking to us about tarot. But literally. So there's another thing I'll just say real quickly. We could talk more about this off stream, but each cards have relationships with each other. So in the devil card, the lovers are featured in the devil card. Oh, and they're in chains. So I'll show you a quick picture.
The lovers is also one of my favorite.
So if we look here, so these are actually the lovers from the lovers card. And so here that kind of looks like these are supposed to be chains. So they're chained. And so in essence, if you pull devil, you can also read it in terms of relationships. The lovers. Oh, okay. And in terms of the chain of
I didn't actually know that.
And this goes for a lot of different types of cards. So a lot of them will
I figured
harken back to other ones. But we can talk more about that later. We've spent a full hour on this one. Technically, what is one question?
One, yeah, because it's like 3 parts. Well, and in previous advice streams, there's more parts to it.
This one was a long one. Well, we got more stuff to do. I think this one's short. You want to read this one? Here, I'll make it bigger for you.
He made it in 200% font.
Yeah.
Okay, so the question / story is, I want my story to have you in it.
Let's say the name.
Smiley face. And the pseudonym, the name is Ricardo.
This is not really a story time or a question.
It's more like a statement.
It is a statement. They just said, I want my story to have you in it.
It's cute.
Which I will remind y'all, I have a man, thank you. Do you know that
I was
video?
like, how did- no.
It's just like a Street Fighter character, and she's like, I have a man, thank you. I'll show you later, but
And this man has 2 jobs. Yeah, I know.
okay, he got one job.
Yeah, he has one job.
He got one job. That was a quick one. There's no advice to give there. Touch grass.
I don't have more to say about that.
Talk to someone else. I don't know what to tell y'all. Don't write into advice stream professing your love to me. It's not gonna go well for you. It's just not. This next one says, this is from Anon. This is a sex and love question. Dating Jake is a job. You're not wrong, but I'm also very good with the flow. I'm not that hard to be with, I will say. Man, go fit these balls here. Shut up, Preston. I hate you.
What sign are you?
What?
What sign are
I'm
you?
a Virgo.
Virgo?
Well,
No.
I'm a Virgo sun, Scorpio rising, Aquarius moon, Scorpio Venus.
Oh, wait, hold on.
It's a lot of Scorpio in my
We have
chart.
to unpack that.
It's a lot
I
of
don't want to get too
Scorpio.
off topic, but we have to unpack the Aquarius moon.
And my man's an Aquarius sun.
Oh.
And I think he's a Virgo moon. I think our
sun and moon?
swapped.
My cousin's like that too.
And I think his rising
it's
is
beautiful.
also Scorpio.
It's good. It's a good pairing.
Yeah.
It's a really good
It
pairing.
complements itself. But anyways, this is from Anon, and they wrote, have you ever had multiple partners? How did that go? And if you didn't originally start poly, how would you have that convo?
Like
Okay.
inciting it is what I think they mean, or being honest and saying that you have different partners. I think it's the first one.
Well, so it's the first part of the question is, have you ever had them in a relationship? And the second part is, did you start off poly? Like, did you start open? Or if you didn't start open, how did you have that conversation? So you haven't had either.
Ever.
We can still talk about it. Me,
Yeah,
personally,
I have things to say, yeah.
not my current one, but I have had relationships in the past where we've been open, and we didn't start open. So we started off monogamous and then moved into an open relationship. But it wasn't the best example of an open relationship because the inciting incident for us being open,
It was kind of tricky. It was a...
no, it was that he cheated on me.
Oh, no, yeah.
And me not recognizing my own worth was like, oh, well, whatever, we'll just be open now.
We can add
But it was not a good example of an open relationship. I have friends who are in open relationships that are like working well for both of them, but in this instance it was not working well for both of us. The only time I would really go off and seek another partner is when I knew he was seeking another partner.
Yeah.
And so I would basically just kind of revenge fuck whoever, someone else.
It's the revenge.
If he would be like, well, I'm going out, I'd be like, I'm going out too. And it was just not good. It was not good. Do I think, I think open relationships obviously can work, but that wasn't part of the question. It's just,
they can. I feel like they could.
if I were to advise someone on having the convo about starting a poly relationship when you started off monogamous, I think it all starts with a talk. You just start the convo. It's not an easy thing to talk about, but you just kind of have to take that leap of faith and be like...
I feel like if you want to start that, you do have to take that leap of faith. You do have to put yourself out there and say that you want to do those things.
It's not an easy conversation.
Me personally, I feel like I couldn't do that.
I mean, it's not for everyone.
It's not, no.
Some of the girls are monogamous, and some of the girls are dabble into other things. But I would say...
be open. Say what you want to say. Put it out there.
Mm-hmm. And in addition,
you can never. Yeah, how are you gonna know if they're into that too?
Lead with love.
Yeah.
The last thing you want is for the conversation to escalate into, "Am I not enough?
Yeah.
Why do you want to see something else?" I do think, just because you enter a relationship with someone doesn't mean that you stop finding other people attractive. We're human. We find attraction in multiple beings.
Exactly. I feel like even if you're in a relationship, you have your crushes, you have your celebrity crushes.
And sometimes you and your man will even be talking about crushes together. You know what I mean? You see someone walking on the street, you're like, oh my God, they're fine. You know what I mean? Yeah. And so, just because you're with someone doesn't mean attraction for other people goes away. Yeah. And so if you're
you're human. That does never, even if you say it goes away, it never goes away.
It don't.
I trust me. Like
it's normal. But
with the multiple partners thing, you do have to have that conversation and say what you want from the relationship. Yeah, and if it's not working,
fight. You just gotta lead with
de-escalate
love.
from that.
Yeah, if you gotta take a break and you gotta come back to it, Oh yeah, someone in the first call they said Dalton was their villain. They just said the vibes were off. I don't know. It was a lot, but I think that pretty much covers
that covers the whole question.
The multiple relationship, multiple partners. I think a good advice for any conversation you have with your partner is lead with love. I think that is just great advice in general. Lead with love. Don't try to start fights. Or if you see it escalating into something like that, try to de-escalate it any way you can.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because someone you love...
That's really good advice, but I feel like me in the moment,
Well, you're a Leo.
Escalate the
you're
fuck
a Leo.
out of that my fire sign cannot... I have 60% fire. My fire sign cannot... Like, I seek out arguments.
Trauma. Trauma. It's just...
No, because I have no water either.
It's one of those things you just got to work on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When you feel yourself getting up to that level... You just gotta take a breath.
Yeah, I've learned some things.
Because I used to have a really bad temper, and I used to.
It's not the temper; it's so much. It's not
for
like
me,
anything
temper.
Can spark me. It's like if I know I can be right, or if I
want to
fight.
That's part of it. Is like if there's a discussion that can escalate into an argument. You know,
I will take that fucking route.
Exactly. So you just gotta remember. Here, take a step back.
Yeah.
Think of it from a larger perspective. You know, how important is the conversation? Just take a breath.
This is the true advice stream. Me working on my.
We saw
sneaky son of a.
If you look at his Twitter right now, there's a video of him punching the dog shit out of a Bad Bunny piñata. And if you think that was trauma. That was trauma.
That was just me not liking his album cover.
But to be fair,
and I thought this
like
was
I said this publicly, I see you're not wrong. The album cover is
it's kind of ugly.
And he has a tattoo of it.
He has a tattoo of it?
He has a tattoo of that heart with the arms.
Oh, the heart's cute. The heart's cute. The whole album cover, it's like
ugly.
It's art. It's like pixel art. It's like Windows, the art. Like
it is. It's giving Microsoft.
Really Windows. Microsoft
it's
giving the iPad.
Let's move on to the next one. I just think it's an ugly album cover. I don't
no,
like
it
the
is.
art.
It is. And no hate on Bad Bunny because he does have like pretty cute like album covers.
All right, you want to read this one? It's by Chonky Kong. It's another sex and love story.
Okay. Howdy, Crow Kong. I'm really in need of some sex advice recently. For a long time, me and my boyfriend have gone about 2 months without any sex. We live together and share a bed, but lately I've been in the mood to fuck. Well, especially him. He's always in the mood. However, we had some issues recently and we're working through them, but your boy is horny, and this is in caps.
All caps.
We are going on vacation this week, and I'm hoping to spice it up with since we will be away from home and having a lot of us time. Quotes. What can I do to make this trip time we can have some fun finally?
Then the PS.
Oh, there's a PS. There's an addition to it.
It's a PS. Signature.
I've gained a considerable amount of weight since we started living together, approximately 30 to 40 pounds over a year, and it doesn't make me feel sexy anymore. This may be a factor for help. Thanks, love.
Okay.
Emoticon heart.
You start this one off.
So, I mean, if you've been with this guy for like a while, or like to the point where you're living together, the way you want to have sex is I don't know. I feel like, to me, I never like intend to have sex. I feel like it just kind of happens in a relationship. I feel like it just, your chemistry, just your vibes just going off. But the advice for this would be like, if you want to intentionally do something like this, maybe wear a little less clothing, maybe be more affectionate, more clingy. Clingy is not a bad thing. I feel like in a relationship, everybody wants to be,
but I'm gonna let you finish.
Everybody wants to be a little clung on, you know, not to the extent where it's like, oh, you know, you're being a little too clingy. But I feel like maybe being a little clingy, a little bit more affectionate, especially like work and the trip, it might. I'm not saying it's gonna get you laid. Don't come at me like if it doesn't, but I feel like it's
when the girls start canceling you on Twitter, be like, he told me.
It's gonna incite it a little bit more, and I don't know. Like, I feel like people need a change of pace. So if you're just at home and nothing's happening, you guys aren't getting it on, I feel like a trip will definitely be a little bit more of a new grounds for you guys.
What is a vacation if not a reason to fuck? Like rabbits the entire time.
Like rabbits. Vacation.
But I'm gonna say this: a great poet, someone we might all know, the poet laureate, someone with a lot of wisdom, who's a lot to share. She once said, when you've been with your man for a long time, sometimes you got to reach in the back of that closet and pull out that freakum dress. Okay, and if you don't know what poet said that, get with the program. However, I do agree with what you're saying about clingy. I think
to a degree, I said
to a degree, yes, to a degree.
Everybody loves to be clingy,
and that's what I do agree with that to a degree. I think it's more so about like when you're with someone for such a long time, you do start to take things for granted. And in terms of being clingy, that could be outwardly showing your affection more, and reestablishing how much love you have for that person. You know what I mean? Yeah. And so that's clingy to an extent, not being like over your fucking shoulder helicopter boyfriend all the time. You know what I mean?
No, but that's the level that I was not trying to mention.
But I understand what you mean in terms of reestablishing. Like I love you a lot, and I still find you sexy, and I still enjoy being with you intimately. I do think. It's Twerk Tuesday. Freakum just already pulled out. That exactly. Get out. Seeking the Strawberries. Freakum just is a great song. But I think when you're in a relationship, gaining weight is just part of it.
I think a lot of people do gain weight when they're in a relationship.
It's common. I'm not gonna say every relationship people gain weight, but I think
I noticed me stop going to the gym a lot more because why? Because I'm like hanging out with my boo, hanging out. You're
just busy. Things happen. Some things.
But I think it's really common.
Don't come at me because I said sexy and I was gonna say something else, but it came out as sexy.
I caught that too. It was 2 words. We were gonna just go right past that.
It's like that person that said they were supposed to say slay and then they were supposed to say serve, but they said slur.
Slurve. That's
it slur. Was a slur.
No, we don't like slurs.
Sexy. We should find him sexy. But yeah, I just think I wouldn't. It's probably a factor, gaining weight and not feeling sexy in your own right. Not for everyone, but if that's a factor for you, then
they said part of it could be he's picking up on you not feeling sexy, and that's a really big thing too. I think a lot of feeling a lot of other people wanting you is you wanting yourself. I think you need to feel sexy. And like we said, like gaining weight, that's like that's normal. Like both, like whatever.
Weight fluctuates.
Exactly. That's not but like you wanting yourself, you feeling sexy, you need to do that before he needs to do that. And what should be more important than him?
Mm-hmm. But also 2 months without sex, some other things you could try in terms. First off, have a conversation. There's nothing wrong with being like,
flat out.
It's been a minute.
Yeah.
It's been a minute, bitch. I want you inside me. Have a talk. Figure out what that means for you. If there's new things you could try in your sex routine, since you haven't had any sex, any, things you maybe wanted to try that you haven't tried before. Having a talk in terms of what are some things that you like that we haven't tried together. What are some things that I like that you haven't.
Sex and relationships in general are about communication. You don't know, yeah.
You not mind readers. You not Jean Grey, bitch. You're not Charles Xavier. You're not gonna reach into his mind and figure out what's gonna make him tick.
He has to tell you, and you have to tell him.
But also, I think a lot of people have some sort of problem around like scheduling sex, because some people are like, "Well, sex should happen naturally. You shouldn't have to plan it." I'm gonna tell you right now, you're wrong. If you have to set aside time to have sex, there's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes it's a matter of being like...
I was like I told you, I was like, I feel like it just happened naturally with me and my man, but I feel like that I can agree with that as well.
I'll say, like, especially
to set aside
being
time.
who I am, being a bartender, I work late nights. That's mostly when people have sex.
Yeah.
That's when I work. Night. So sometimes I gotta be like, listen.
He's getting dollar bills during that time.
Sometimes you'll be like, all right, Wednesday, 6 p.m.,
on
where
the
you
dot,
at?
Be late, be there or be square.
Or not even like setting a time, just being like, Wednesday, come the fuck over.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So there's nothing wrong with scheduling sex. If you and your man have this talk and you're like, well, when are we going to have sex? We're like, I don't know, what are you doing tomorrow?
Yeah.
Or what are you doing Tuesday? Or like, I'm not going to see you until Wednesday, but they live together. So I guess, no, they live together. So they going to see each other every day.
They do live together.
There's nothing wrong with setting aside time to like be sensual with each other. And you don't even have to have like full penetrative sex. You can find ways to be sexy with each other.
Yeah, exactly.
Every day.
Yeah.
Whether that's, like,
so
just sending a flirty
that's
text.
why I was going to say, like, these 2 months, like, maybe, like, they categorize like sex as like penetrating action. Like maybe you can, they've had sex before. You just went down on him or he went down on you, and maybe like I guess you
Good
can.
night, Carlos.
Yeah, I guess you can say that was sex, but I think they mean like penetrative sex.
Yeah, but there are ways
so.
to be sexy in a relationship,
Exactly.
even without being penetrative. You could send a flirty picture. You could send some seductive text messages. You could suck each other off while watching Thor: Love and Thunder.
Anime, just like Megan Thee Stallion.
Anime. You can binge The Boys on Amazon Prime. Speaking of, if you have Amazon Prime, you get one free sub on Twitch every month, and if you're enjoying, submit to Krogan. You can watch a free movie on YouTube and touch each other while you're watching this movie on YouTube. Speaking of YouTube, Ivan does YouTube. Go follow Ivan's YouTube.
ivandoesyt. That's how exactly it's spelled.
You like that? It was a good.
It was a good
segue.
Yeah.
I just think there's no rush. Well, I mean, there might seem like there's a rush because it's been 2 months, but there are ways to incorporate sexiness and sensuality into your relationship on the daily. But especially on this trip, you're right. It's gonna have a lot of us time, meaning the two of y'all.
That probably can be why like a nice other excuse why you guys haven't had sex in like 2 months while still living with each other, because maybe you guys have like different work schedules, maybe you guys just your time schedules don't work out. But in this trip, in this trip you have us time, you have both you and him away from your natural like timed lives like that. I have a good feeling for you guys. I like that.
You can change it around. It just takes a little communication, a little lube, maybe an aphrodisiac. An oyster. Here's something you could do on the trip. You could
sushi.
Sushi's an aphrodisiac.
Sushi.
Is that what your man and you always get sushi?
Is that
why? Y'all eat sushi all the time.
I don't eat raw fish.
I forgot you're vegetarian.
He eats raw fish.
Oh, so you're doing it for him. He's
sushi.
exposing his secrets.
Not on cam.
Do aphrodisiacs actually work? Who's to say? It's the thought that counts. But here's on this trip, right? You say your man, you do something alone, and while you are separate, you set some things up. Maybe some rose petals, a nice candle.
That'd be cute for the trip.
A 12-inch dildo.
That'd be cute. That'd be something cute. That'd be cute for the trip.
A little something. Nothing big. Just 13 inches.
Nothing. That's not big at all.
No. If you believe it. Anything could be a dildo.
Anything could be a dildo if you're brave enough.
If you're brave enough. I would say just plan a surprise. Do a little something. Make it sensual. Make it cute. And like we said earlier,
there's nothing wrong with sexy underwear.
Sexy underwear is always fun. Sexy underwear is really fun. Get something cute. Pull out that freakum dress.
That's like the 4th time this man has mentioned that freakum dress.
So funny.
That's his core memory. It's a core memory.
It's the trend for today. The trend for today is freakum dress. But yeah, I would just make sure, reestablish the connection, and it be a little clingy. There's nothing wrong with that.
That's what I said. Yeah.
And when in doubt, remember grapefruit technique.
A medieval helper could be a dildo. The Glock 9000.
Yep, the Glock. Get out that Octo Grip Gorilla Grip Moose Knuckle Octazuka 9000. Rip it out.
Every time I hear that word Octo, it just makes me think of the Splatoon characters.
I think of Octillery.
Oh yeah.
Whip out that Octillery.
Your brain is wired more for Pokemon.
That it is. There's a reason why I can't remember birthdays. I only remember Pokemon. I have to put birthdays in my calendar.
Same. I don't remember names. I remember faces.
I think I know someone who said that.
Me. No, it's probably not me. Yeah.
I think it's a Megan Thee Stallion lyric.
Yeah, is it?
I think it's a Megan Thee Stallion lyric. What about that heavy Octillery? Alright, let's move on to the next one.
That one was a loaded question. That one we really got into it.
That's what I like when people submit me some real shit, you know what I mean?
Something.
This one is from Sit on Daddy's Lapras.
Ooh,
That's
I
a
love
cute
that.
name. I like when people
Props
put a
to your-
Pokemon themed name.
Props to well, yeah, of course you do. But
It fits
props
the
to,
theme.
yeah, it does fit the theme. Props to the name though.
The name is good, and this is another sex and love question, because if there's one thing people are always gonna be having,
Love
it's
issues.
sex
Oh.
and love issues,
Yeah.
or sex issues, or both.
Or both.
Who knows? This is, so I've been single for like 2 months now. I promised myself I'd take some time to myself. I met someone and things are nice. Keeping it casual, but feelings are definitely there. He's a great guy. My friends are worried about our relationship getting in the way of me working on myself. I guess I'm looking for advice and tips on how I can continue to get to know this guy and maintain healthy boundaries for myself. You know what we're going to say. Communication. It's always communication. Is 2 months a long time? I don't think so. How long were you in your man?
In the limbo?
In the talking
limbo?
stage.
In the talking stage?
Because I'll say,
like a month.
Like 8 months.
You 8 months?
Yeah, it's like 8 months.
It's a lot.
I think that's pretty normal.
That's a lot. I feel like that's a lot more than the. We are queer, so everything's sped up.
I guess
that's a lot.
Yeah, U-Haul lesbians.
That's a whole, yeah.
Lesbians
Are you a
U-Haul
in
gay?
together in like 2-3 months?
So are you a U-Haul gay?
A haul gay?
A U-Haul gay, yeah. It's like
where everything happens quick?
Yeah, does it happen quick?
Not really. Well, okay, so with my ex and my new relationship, it was like a good 5-6 months.
Okay.
In between that, where I was like doing me, working on myself.
Okay.
I feel like that's I grew in that amount of time, and I'm still growing.
I think that's an important thing. Is you don't stop growing just because you start seeing someone.
Oh no, yeah,
You're
of
always
course.
working on yourself.
You can. That's never an excuse. You can always grow on yourself. You can always grow and support yourself and grow as a character with somebody. That's never an excuse.
Being with someone is not an excuse to put yourself second. You know what I mean? I don't think it's rude to put yourself first. I think you should always consider the person that you're with. You know, that's always important. Yeah. But self-preservation is a good thing. It's not bad to be like, there are some things I got to work on myself, and you could do that while still holding space and time for someone else to be
exactly.
You know what I mean?
I'm 1,000% believer in that.
But it is one of those things where you do also have to talk to them and be like, listen, I've been single for how much did they say?
2 months.
Single for 2 months. That is not a long time.
That isn't. Like I said, everything's fast paced in the queer community. I'm not assuming you're queer, but everything is a pretty fast paced.
See, I thought
I don't know. I
misinterpreted at first. I thought it was 2 months they've been talking to a guy.
Oh,
it's 2 months they've been single, and then they met a new guy.
Yeah. So
okay, I gotta reframe
So for my previous relationship, it was more on a sour note. I thought I was gonna, just bar dating for like, I'm 25 right now. I just turned 25. I thought I was gonna bar dating until I was like mid-30s. So I was like, let me not date any single person until early 30s, mid-30s. And then this like,
oh my god,
Disney prince comes along, this gentleman.
Not you be like, I'm being single until I'm 30.
And so, yeah,
I don't wrap it
I don't
up.
know. I guess
put the freakum dress in the closet.
put her on layaway. So what I'm trying to say is like I guess like you will know your instinct, you'll know your energy, and if it's right for somebody else, somebody new, you're gonna know. And if you are just seeing this person, if you said you're, trying to have a relationship with this person, you're going to know if it's just for sex, if it's just to need somebody to keep yourself company. So if it's not, if you're not, actively showing this person out to all your friends, spending time with each other, building something with this person, you're going to know that it's just either a rebound, because that's kind of like 2 months. It's within the rebound season.
I think that's rebound.
You kind of know these things. Like, you're gonna know if you're ready for the next relationship. I don't know what else to say about.
I think, additionally to that, it is important to be communicative with the person, in terms of, I got our relationship 2 months ago. I like you. I like hanging out with you, but I'm gonna need to take some time. I want to take things slow. I don't want to rush into anything.
And if he really, really wants to be with you, he's gonna take that time.
He'll take that time. Yeah, he'll take that time. And if he doesn't, and it's just a passing ships in the night, then you know what? There's a lot of other ships in the sea.
The sea is very wide.
Pirates of the Caribbean. there's more than one Black Pearl.
I never saw this movie.
What are the other boats? I don't know any other boat. The Commodore.
Riptide.
I think that's another boat. The Commodore. you know, and then
That sounds like a hotel.
And then when the bombs start coming in, he says it's just good business. And then the ship sinks. That's how he feels when the man breaks up with him. It's just good business.
Well, I got the last part, but you lost me in the middle. His analogy's gone for forever. He lost me 3 pirate movies ago.
I just think, you know, you can maintain healthy boundaries while building.
You can work on yourself while still seeing somebody new, regardless of how short or how long it's been.
Take some time, and you can do that no matter how short or long he is. Alright, you want to read this next one? It's by Gabe.
Okay, it's from Gabe, and it's about sex and love. This is gonna be a kind of long, so I understand if you don't want to answer.
We're answering it.
We're already talking about it. I broke up with my ex around 4 to 5 months ago because I'm heading to college soon, and
Congrats.
I know being in a relationship is just going to distract me from school. We dated since June last year, and we were friends for 2 years before that. He's very much the clingy type over text, but it's actually really nice, caring, and considerate. He's almost 2 years older than me and was always paying for stuff for me because he knew I didn't have a job and I didn't have much money to myself.
Glucose Guardian.
We'd go on dates pretty much every weekend, always hung out, and they always went well until roughly a month ago before the relationship ended. Just a note, for the past few years I haven't really wanted a committed relationship because I felt my education was more important. Props to you. He just really wanted to be with me, and I decided to give it a try because I was really into him as well. He loved me way more than I loved him, but I still loved him nonetheless. That's kind of... We'll talk about that.
We'll talk about that because I have thoughts.
I have thoughts on that too. I really believe that our relationship could lasted longer than I've met him at a different point in time. Since we broke up, he's been texting me every now and then, basically trying to get me back, and I keep telling him that as much as I care for him, I need to put my education and future first. He began saying that he'd been fine with me just friends, but I knew that would turn into us falling for each other all over again, and I told him that this last week. He sent me a final goodbye text telling me that he knows him holding on to him is hurting both of us.
Me is holding both of us.
Wait, you say what?
He said he knows that him holding on to me is hurting both of us.
Okay. What he said. And he wishes I'm able to live my life, etc. I'm not really sure what to do. I never responded and at this point I don't think I should because it's been too long. I keep hoping that we'll be able to find each other again in the future.
Okay, before you start, I just want to say that is not too long. That is fine. People have submitted questions that are like near page and a half length, all right? So trust me, this is like maybe 2 paragraphs. It's not that long.
It looks long because of the 200%.
It looks long because it's
200. He blew it up for me because I'm blind.
I blew it up, for the blind girls. But this is not a long question. But okay, start. You can start off with your.
I need to reread this again. Hold on.
You want me to give you the recap?
Yeah, recap.
I'll give you the recap, though we don't have to read the whole thing over again. So, anyways, they broke up with their ex because they're going to college. Mm-hmm. This person is always putting education first.
Yeah, he's very much over education over love or anything like that.
They broke up with this person. They were dating for 2 years, and then they were friends before that. Mm-hmm. So now they're all broken up. This person's in college now, and the ex-boyfriend is trying to get them back. And so they keep texting them, and they're like, listen, I'm putting my education first, baby. And then the ex-boyfriend finally is like, okay, listen...
He doesn't want to...
Oh, yeah, he thinks that him holding on to Caller is hurting both of them. And he's just like, I want you to live your life, blah, 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 woe is me, etc., etc. And so now they're like, I haven't responded, I don't think I should respond, it's been too long.
But Caller at the end says that he hopes to see him again one day.
Yes.
Which is kind of... It's throwing me off because it's giving...
It's giving young.
It's giving mixed signals.
This is a young person.
Yeah.
Well, they said they just went off to college. This is a young person.
Yeah.
You start.
I don't know. I mean, okay, one, you're mature because education over any men. I like that. It's already starting off on a good note.
Oh, okay, wait. Dating for 6 months, friends for 2 years before that. Okay, that was it. I flip-flopped them. They were only dating for 6 months. That's not that long.
No, 2 years. I thought it was a long time.
That's why I thought Irish. My
Yeah,
bad. My bad, loves.
I thought 2 years was a long time.
I thought it was 2 years. I was like, oh, they've been together for a minute.
They've
They've only been together for 6 months.
But I mean, nothing changed in the fact that they knew each other for a long time.
Yeah.
Two and a half years. Okay.
But also, high school relationships always feel like the end of the world.
They do.
So I'm sure for this person, those 6 months after that breakup, they probably thought that was like the end of the world. You know what I mean?
And it's not.
And it's not. Well, I think they know that because they're in college and they're like,
Yeah.
listen, I'm focused on my education. But
That's
it sounds
good.
like
That's a very healthy
It sounds like
thing to
the ex is the one that's like,
No, yeah, you're not. We're not gonna find anybody else.
And I want you more than ever. They're like really.
I think especially with the tail note of I hope that we'll be fine. We'll be able to find each other again. I think that you do like this person enough to, like, kind of like save the relationship or save that, but just I feel like you're telling us that you're not ready for it. I feel like you just want to hold that relationship and toss it off into like the future where I'm, either graduated, living by myself or other like independent like things to where you want to save that.
And can I say some real Virgo shit right now?
Not the okay.
It's bullshit. It's bullshit. It is, I think, and this is some tough love. I'm about to lay some tough love down.
I have no Virgo energy, but my best friend's a Virgo, and he's
I'm
very
gonna leave some tough love for the girls. I will say, it is very selfish, and I don't mean this rudely. It is selfish to assume that you can push off a relationship with someone to pursue your education and then just come back to them when it's convenient for you.
Selfish for the caller?
It's selfish for caller to think that they could just be like, all right, I hope we find each other in the future, and then, in hopes kind of end up stringing along the ex-boyfriend until they're done with their education. I'll say this because I was that girl.
Caller or the ex?
I was caller. When I graduated high school, I broke up with my boyfriend at the time to
and you were just
pursue my education. And he was like, I'll wait for you, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, girl, you're not going to wait for me.
Right.
Because I'm a Virgo. And I was like, you're not waiting for me. And I was like, to be real, I'm not waiting for you.
I feel Virgos just see through everything, too.
And I wasn't going to wait for him.
Yeah.
And I did it. And I fucked my way through half of Philadelphia by the end of my first year. I think, personally, stay single in college. Stay single. This
that
person,
is a pretty
it
fun
sounds
time
like
to be
they
single.
want to stay single because they were like, I want to pursue my education. Fuck your way through whatever city you're through. Fuck everyone. Get your monkeypox vaccine. But fuck everyone. But be safe. Be safe. But fuck everyone. But be safe. I will say that. I think high school relationships to me, they feel insurmountable. They feel, like I said, like the end of the world. But some tough love again. The chances of you, coming back to this person in the future are low. You might see them when you come home for spring break. You might fool around again. You might see each other.
It might be a little spark up. Yeah, I agree.
But I think that time has kind of passed. And if you do see each other after graduation and you prove me wrong and that's your forever person, then you know what?
Props to you.
Props to your mama. But also, I think those chances are low.
True.
I think it's time to just cut this. It's time to cut it. And I don't mean this in a bad way. I mean it in a way so that both of you can grow separately. There's no point in this back and forth, going back, talking. And he even said, him holding on to you is hurting both of you. Which is true. It's probably hurting him more
especially because you're at two different parts of your life, too.
Because Caller did say earlier that they always felt that the ex loved them more than they loved him.
I forgot about that part. You did say you were going to come back to it.
And so here's when I'm coming back to it. If you had that feeling while you were dating, and now you definitely have it as exes, there's no reason for you to come back to that relationship. There's no point for you to be like, he loved me more anyway, and I was just kind of, he was just there for me.
You know what?
You don't want to be with someone like that.
Yeah, now I'm getting the tones that you kind of just passed along your
They're
time
over
with
him.
that. Yeah.
They're over him. They're doing it under the guise of focusing on their education.
Education, yeah.
What I think really is happening is they broke up with him, and they were like, "This is my chance.
We gotta go,
girl. This is my chance. Like, it's time to cut it and run." And so I think you know it, and you're just not exactly saying it fully. You broke up with this man, and you're over it, and you're just dealing with the aftermath of him catching up to it.
Yeah, yes. Going back to what they said that he never loved the other guy, never like too much or as much as the other person did. I think he broke up with him mentally a while ago.
That's
before
what I'm
the
saying.
actual thing.
And now the ex is just catching up to it, and
Yep.
he's just finally being like, you know what, me sticking around is actually hurting both of us.
Mm-hmm.
And he says both of us, but I think it's really just kind of hurting him, and you're just like, oh God, another one.
Yeah.
So I think, I for getting to the final point.
Being single in college, like he had mentioned earlier, is a really good time. It's a fun
It's a
time,
good
yeah.
time. But also for real, like you were smart in saying focus on your education, because college is expensive. And if you could focus on your shit, graduate early if you can.
Yeah.
Do that. I graduated a whole semester early. And I lied and I cheated and I cut and I murdered. I didn't do any of that, but
He got me with the murdered.
and I killed. But
Nobody, no crime.
I don't think it's too long to respond. I think if you wanted to, you could. But I don't think there's a reason to respond.
Did caller mention how long it's been?
They didn't say how long it's been.
They just said it's been a while.
They just said at this point, I don't think I should respond because it's been too long. But
it's never too long. People can take as much time they need to answer and collect themselves
And you could
before
just say
they
that.
put it out there.
Right.
Be like, hey, it's taken me a longer time to reply. I'm not ignoring you. This is how I thought. It's taken me a while to process and tell you what I really mean and want.
And I think just because this is someone that you loved, I think it would do him a service to be like, this relationship isn't serving us anymore.
Yeah.
And when I said I broke up with you,
because the ex knows that already too.
Yeah, because the ex is at this point they're like, this is just hurting. So I think it's worth just being like, listen, it hurts and it's not easy. Breakups are not easy, but there's no point in waiting.
Yeah.
And there's no point in me asking you to wait for me, and there's no point in you asking to wait,
And at the same time, with asking, let's just peer into the future. Let's say, selfish.
Let's put
let's
on
just
a precog.
Let's just say that you did ask him to wait for you, and what good is that gonna do him, and what good is that gonna do you?
You're just gonna lead him on.
Yeah.
Not staring at the tricep, no homo. I can't help it. I got a big tricep.
A little thick.
I think that kind of covers that one. That covers it. What's up next? DL Femtop. You want me to read this one or you want to read this one?
You can read it.
Alright, this is from DL Femtop. This is a general advice question. And they say, I feel like I do too much.
Go on. Keep going.
When it comes to dating or even just hookups, I get the job done, yeah. Alright. But I like to be super active and fun and open and direct. But why do I feel like that scares guys off? Because I always get ghosted. I don't think it's my looks or my performance or my date etiquette, but I don't know. Is it good to hold back certain parts of yourself when meeting someone you want to get to know more of at first? Or should you say fuck it and be the full you? Because it's so draining having to be ghosted after letting them get to know you. And it's all amazing things like, why not? Marry me, come on. And then having to go through the is it me spiral only to go through it all again after you're good. I don't know. So do you think
that is a lot?
Do you think it's better to hold certain parts of yourself?
Well, it depends on what parts. Kinda.
Okay.
But I'm gonna 100% say don't hold anything back.
Well, I mean, I think this comes with, it comes with
caveats and everything.
Caveats being like, you don't trauma dump on someone on the first date.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean?
Don't just be
Of
course, that's not what I was saying.
I know what you mean. I know, like I think you shouldn't change who you are. You shouldn't be someone else.
Just
never be someone else. Be you, but I'm not saying go on the first date and be like, and so when I was 4, my daddy left for some milk and never came back. And then when I was 6, I saw my best friend get ran over by a car. And when I was 7, my cat Whiskers ate my rat. And then when I was 8, my mom blamed the cat dying.
I don't think that's what I was thinking either.
No, but I definitely don't change who you are to try to appease someone else. And what's the saying? If I'm too much, go find someone else. Go find less.
Mm-hmm. That phrase is law.
I mean, it's good.
Yeah.
I just don't. If
you think I'm... yeah, exactly. I stand by it, yeah.
Don't ever change yourself, and don't be like, okay, well today I'm gonna be I'm gonna be round SpongeBob. I'm gonna be normal.
No, wrong.
No. If you,
I've been in that situation too, where I feel like I haven't really been myself, or like haven't been that. But
how'd you get through it?
well, we broke up, so we got through it that way.
But that's a learning experience.
That was a learning experience, and now like with new experiences, like I'm 100% of who I am.
And look where you are now.
Exactly.
See, and I think getting ghosted. I mean, it's hard, and people just ghost because motherfuckers on Twitter be like, "You don't owe anyone anything," blah 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 blah. And they just
they don't need an explanation. I think that's it's a Gen Z thing that we've normalized that I really hate.
It's lame. I don't
like it either. People. No, I don't like
ghosting someone you have no relationship to or no like prior knowledge of. Like ghosting a stranger on the internet for like saying some slick shit to you. That's one thing. That's
something. Yeah. That's okay. Like do
ghosting
that.
Ghosting someone you've been on a couple dates with, who you're talking to. I think that's a little fucked up.
I feel like that's some like enemy type of shit to do. Like that. Of course you don't owe them something, but like obviously I don't know, I feel like
I think people when they say you don't owe someone anything, I think they take that as
everything.
But I think it would still be common decency if something's not working
common
out
decency
between someone.
Common decency and communication. This is no longer working for us. I don't want to keep seeing you,
and that's
it.
That doesn't mean you have to have like a 20-hour conversation. It doesn't have to go back and forth for days and weeks on end. It could be a simple, I've enjoyed getting to know you. At this point, I'm looking into other options.
Yeah.
I'm staying single. We've decided to go another route, But I just think...
Not the hiring process.
We
decided to go with another client.
We've gone with another candidate. We decided to move forward with another candidate at this time. But it is draining to be ghosted. But that's not on you.
I get why they said that. I get they don't want to keep falling into the same thing. But going back to what we first said, don't change yourself or don't purposely let out, like, let's say you like to talk or you like to laugh. Don't purposely let out all those stuff just because this one person doesn't like that.
But are they going for fuckboys? That's another thing. Well, could it be the men that they're going after? Could they be only going after men who ghost people?
It could definitely, yeah.
Because that could be another thing.
Yeah, of course.
Maybe it's time to broader horizons in terms of, not in terms of like the types of people that you're looking for, but like if you could tell that someone's a fuckboy, because you can kind of tell.
They're gonna ghost you after.
You know what I mean?
Hooking up with you or stuff like that.
Or maybe in terms of, not scaring people off. Maybe just being more, open. You say you be open and direct with people, which is great, but maybe turn that openness and directness into being like, listen, here's what I'm looking for. And you know what I mean? I may put a lot of energy into it, but if I'm not looking for a relationship, that's not what I'm looking for. Or if you are looking for a relationship, be like, I'm looking to build something with someone,
Yeah.
And that way, you
again, the communication.
It all goes
intention.
back to that.
Intention.
The intentionality of it. But I just, going through that spiral after getting ghosted is tough. I get that. That, I totally understand.
I know what they mean, though. I know what they mean, like constantly doing that. It's tiring. They're so loud.
It is. But I mean, that's also part of the dating process, is like testing the waters, meeting different people. If shit doesn't work, it's tough.
Yeah. You're literally just trying to see what works and what doesn't.
Take a break, smoke a joint, go to the gym, do something else. Don't focus on men for a minute. Take a break. Because I feel like sometimes when people are like really rushing to find someone,
I feel like they don't. They
stumble.
Lose. It's like you're trying to find anybody at that point.
You ever play League of Legends or Pokemon Unite, right? Bear with me, it's gonna be a long one.
Oh God, so the analogy.
Right? What are you're playing Fortnite? Okay. Anything that has a ranked system, right? And you're playing ranked after ranked after ranked game, and you start losing.
It's tiring.
What do? You spiral.
Yeah.
You get tired of losing. You're pissed off, so you keep playing ranked games.
Yeah, they're tired of losing.
But you're tired of losing, but you keep losing because you're not on your A game. Because you're pissed off.
You have to refresh.
You're feeling too narrow. So what do you do to break out of the spiral? Take a break.
Tired. Yeah.
Put the controller down, babe. Put the controller down. You know what I mean? And there's nothing wrong with taking a break.
This analogy actually worked.
That's a pretty good one.
This is a good analogy. This is a good one. I wasn't feeling the
experience.
Pirates of the Caribbean one earlier, but
that was a good one too. I'm speaking from experience because I
put it down.
Back in the day, I used to play League of Legends a lot, and with the ring system. Breathe. Yeah, because when you lose,
Well, I
when
think
you
okay,
trip,
yeah.
you
This
fall
this does
hard.
this does play into like the relationship and like you
Yeah, I'm
having
gonna
to
go to the
find
bathroom real
somebody.
quick. Talk to the
This
girls.
does play into that,
I'll be right back.
but that's for the video game one as well.
Alright, offer some condolences.
Some condolences.
Alright, I'll be right back.
I think you just need to like what he said, put the controller down, let it out. What I think about that is it is draining. It could be draining. Yeah, one of my best friends also has that experience where there's just like constant like low after low after low. But if you literally just pause, take a breather, do some self care, some love, yeah, you'll be on it. Don't be scared of of scaring people off, especially guys. Guys' feelings like don't push it to the back. Always be who you want to be, and like I was saying earlier, like I've been through that. I've been to like where I'm not officially putting 100% of my person out there, and it wasn't the best. And now that I am, everything is working out. I was just talking about scaring guys off. Don't be scared to do
My
that.
favorite thing to do. When I'm out at the bars, my favorite thing to do is to scare a motherfucker off. What about the reverse? What
Men will
the
dip
reverse
at the
of what?
at the drop of the hat. Exactly.
You ask a man what color the sky is, he'll say green, just alive. It's called mentirosa.
Men what? Men.
You know, the man is in there for a reason.
The men's there. Emphasis on the
man is there
men.
for a reason. Hissing at men at the bar, maybe not, but okay. I'll tell you a story real quick. The landlord. I'll tell you something real quick. Once, so me and my man were at the club, and these two guys came up to us, and they flanked us.
And they what?
They flanked. So one went on this side, one went on the other side, and they they put an arm on. They were trying to talk to us. And I'm with my man. We're like literally arm in arm. I was like, what the fuck going on here? And so they tried to separate us. I don't know what my man said to this guy.
Scared the fuck out of it.
He said, let's go. Grabbed his friend and they ran off. I was like, what did you say to him?
That's you're gonna be dead tomorrow morning. Talk.
I don't know what he said, but he scared them motherfuckers off, and that was at Charlie's.
Oh no, that's the.
And on that note, let's move ahead.
Let me go to the bathroom before you do
Okay.
this.
Hey girls. Let's take this moment to once again say that the September advice stream will happen in the first week of September. If you would like to submit questions already, you can always submit to my website or call in at 312-725-6483. Leave a voicemail, keep it detailed but brief, under 3 minutes. Already, yeah, you got to start promoting early to get questions in for next month. You know what I mean? You got to promote yourself. The co-host for next month's advice stream will be my good friend Omani Cross Diamond, the lovely entertainer extraordinaire who put me in drag last week for that Tuesday competition. So it's August. Time fucking flies. Also, next month's advice stream will also be my pre-birthday advice stream. I'll have a birthday stream, of course. But yeah, it's August. Time fucking flies. I'm also working on possibly getting a different phone number. One that would be like 312-725-KROG. But I gotta work on it. Yes, Vado, it's coming. It's coming. Birthdays are coming up. It's coming up. I'm also working on getting a website domain, so instead of my Wix site, it would just be krogunk.com. So all that is in the works. Hopefully no one has krogunk.com. Please don't buy that shit. I don't wanna fight nobody. I really don't want to fight nobody. Don't do it. But that being said, the official Krogunk advice website, and I might add some other shit on there. I'm also working on putting Skippy. If you buy it, I will personally rip up every single Pokemon card that you have. And that is not a lie. That is a promise. I am also going to start putting all the advice streams on YouTube because Twitch VODs only stay live for 2 months. And so I want to make sure that we have, an archive for them. So they'll be on YouTube. So that'll be cute. If you ever want to go back and reference previous advice streams back when I had hair. I could also make them into highlights. That's fair. But I think highlights you have to curve them at some point. I don't think I can make an hour-long highlight, right? I don't think so. I have to look into it. I put it in a collection, but even collections expire. Because we're in August? July. I think the June advice stream's almost up. I think the June advice stream's on its way out. But, I have it downloaded, so. Show up a card. While we wait. Twitch literally doo-doo. Why do my VODs have to expire? Why can't I just have, a living museum of all the games that I play? YouTube just is more permanent, you know what I mean? He's back! I was, just promoting. Make sure you follow both of us on Twitter and Instagram at Krogunk and at ivandoesyt. Also follow Ivan at YouTube at the same thing, right? It's also ivandoesyt. And what kind of, just real quick before we get back into it, what kind of content do you do on YouTube?
I do a lot of Minecraft. So I do a lot of Minecraft with Steven Universe. I have a lot of original characters, design, plot stories, things like that. I love world building. I used to do a lot of Roblox, just general games. I do want to get into a lot of Twitch streaming though, because I feel like my YouTube videos and the content is kind of different than what I would be Twitch streaming.
Would you also be streaming Minecraft and stuff like that?
Probably not. I would probably keep them. Well, it depends. Yeah, it really depends.
Anyways, follow them on. Do you have a Twitch account already set up?
I do have them. It's the same. ivandoesyt.
Follow them on Twitch too. We could do a shout out actually. Shout out. Ivan does Minecraft. Boom. Last play Minecraft. They read you. They said you were last play Minecraft.
They read.
I just said, would you be streaming Minecraft? You said no.
No.
They got you.
They got me.
They got you together.
I don't know. Maybe it's because I added it onto one of my games or something. Maybe.
Probably. Who knows? Anyways, let's get back into it. This is from Yandere Simulator 999. They said, so I have a crush on my barber. We have a history of people coming in to this advice stream talking about barbers that they've fucked, barbers that they have a crush on, barbers that they want to fuck.
Just in this one advice stream, I guess that
the girls love their barbers.
Yep.
It's an intimate relationship. When someone's cutting your hair, it's easy to fall for a barber. I'll say that. Anyways, they say he's gay. We matched on Tinder. All 5 times I made it. It even spoke through the black and yellow app here and there. Grinder for the girls that aren't aware.
It's a little more of an orange, but
it is an orange. It's an orange. I've colorblind test. It's time to take it, babe. It's black and orange, right? It's black and orange. I'm googling Grinder app
logo. It's orange.
It's orange. That's not yellow. Or is it?
Oh shit!
Wait, that kind of is yellow.
That is yellow.
Are we colorblind?
Oh wait, no, because this one looks orange. Oh, you see.
I think it's like a sunflower.
A dandelion.
That's actually.
They discontinued that crayon color. They discontinued that crayon color. So if you have that crayon and it's in mint condition, that's worth a lot of money.
Okay, the girls are reading us. They said it's yellow. It's
It's
yellow.
yellow.
Okay, so we're
colorblind. We're gonna take the test.
Take the test. It's us.
It's us.
The next stream is gonna be us taking the test. Okay, so
but I'm not colorblind. I've taken that test.
They matched on Tinder, and then they've also talked on Grindr. We follow each other on Instagram. It's a lot of apps. Mm-hmm. We follow each other on Instagram, and I finally mustered up the courage to go and get a cut from him. Okay, it's not bad at all, and he's so cute. We go to hang out after, go to the gym, do the deed, and he wants to go to a restaurant? Question mark. Instantly, I'm ready to delete the apps and propose, but I stay grounded in reality and realize it was just K-pop. K-pop.
I don't know what that is.
I'm guessing it's like hot pot. or like like a Korean barbecue hot pot deal.
Okay, yeah.
And we're going halves, and I'm like, whatever, fine. I was gonna pay or let him pay, but that just tells me it's not a date. No, I wouldn't say that because me and my man go halvesies on most things.
Anything could be. Wait.
Because he said just because they went halvesies that it's not a date.
Me and my man do. You do one, I do one, and that's kind of the same thing.
But sometimes we also just do halvesies.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything wrong.
Same thing.
So they said it's closer to yellow, but it used to be orange.
That. Oh, I didn't know that.
I think it used to be orange.
I've had the app for like 2 to 3 months in my entire lifetime.
She probably had it when it was orange. I haven't had it in like a year.
Well, that was like last year.
Yeah. Maybe they changed it afterwards.
I have no idea. I've seen pictures. Like a lot of this stuff comes up on Twitter, and I've seen pictures of how the app used to look.
It
like.
looks
and
orange.
It looks not that. It looks completely different.
Okay. Well,
And I know
it's definitely not yellow like this.
I know app you. Why is there a condom packet on here?
Because it was from free T-shirt day.
I know apps usually change the UI and everything, but it did look a lot different.
Okay. Well,
It's not this Victini orange color.
It's definitely not that.
not.
So he said on the date, he's asking me questions about life and love, and I'm eating it all up and giving the answers I know will make him fall for me. And then he brings up the guy he's off and on again with, and it's downhill from there. We're gonna get to it. He's asking a guy that likes him, who he just procreated with. I don't think that's the correct word, babes.
Procreated. Doesn't that mean having a kid?
That means having a kid. Y'all were just fucking.
That's not the right word.
Procreate is different from fornicate. I think they meant fornicate.
That's the word.
Y'all were fornicating. Y'all were not unless they did have a kid. Who knows? They were trying for a kid. Okay, so he's asking a guy that likes him, who he just fornicated with, and is on a date, but date earlier was in quotations, for advice on if he's doing too much.
Procreate is the art program.
Procreate is the art. That is also true. My advice, share my stories, and he's enlightened. The day ends with a kiss, ? And by the next day, I watch his story, and he's out with Mr. 6 out of 10, and also has me on his Instagram close friends. You know, they say never have your man on your close friends. They always say that.
I've never heard that, but that makes sense.
The girls do say it. Showing arse. Are they British?
No.
Showing arse? Showing arse? He's still my barber. He is a mess. And also called himself too damaged for love again.
Oh.
Another red flag. He likes me, but is also settling for Mr. 6 out of 10. They look cute together, but we could look better. And I don't know, I feel dumb for having a crush on him, but I do, ? Very weird situation I think I should just walk away from. But he's cute. Also, is it a friend zone that he put me on his close friends list?
Going back to
I thought it was meant for close friends, ? Because he's posting quotes and it's taking everything not to fold and go full simp. Okay, well, I'll start off with the close friends thing.
The close friends thing, maybe he wants to make you jealous, and that's why he put you on the close friends.
Maybe. So close friends, in my personal experience.
It's your close friends.
It's for two different things. It is for your close friends, but it's also for people you want to fuck.
You think so?
Yes.
You see, I don't have a close friends, and I don't have a private story, so I'm very much like...
You're a Leo.
I'm very much rated for everybody. Everybody gets the same content whatsoever. No... private, no catering to.
I'll say currently my close friends list is mostly just my friends.
Yeah.
But in the past,
that's what I would think it is. Like the people who are not gonna judge, are gonna have you raw and unfiltered. That's what I think. Close friends could be.
But on that same list, it could also be for people who could have you raw and unfiltered.
In that way.
Because back in the day, my close friends list was mostly people I was trying to hook up with.
I could see where you.
It's not like that anymore.
I could see where you're trying to do that.
But back in the day. Okay, here go my close friends talk about no, I judge. They do judge. They do judge. Was it helpful? True, helpful, insightful, nurturing, and kind.
Nurturing.
Was it think? Did you think about it? Anyway, aside from the close friends list, girl, it sounds like something to walk away from, personally.
One, we kind of 2 red flags. That's just in this text alone.
I'm sure there's more.
There's more.
There's more.
So, one, you're having a... Hold on. Let me just put this out there. One, you're having a date with him, and he's mentioning somebody else on that date. No, that's
so is that even a date?
No. You should never mention somebody else while you're having a date. While you're getting to know somebody.
Well, here's the thing. Maybe caller thinks it's a date, but the other guy doesn't think it's a date. He's just like with someone he's fucking around with. Because they were just fucking around, and to him, he might just be like, "Oh, we're just fucking around." Oh. You know what I mean? But to caller, it might be, "Well, we had sex, and now we're on a date." So I think that's another thing is to really perspective, and talk about it and be like, "What are we doing?" Because you out here with Mr. 6 out of 10, whoever that is. That's the third party, Mr. 6 out of 10.
The 6 out of 10, and they mentioned 6 out of 10, like the little numbers so many times.
But he also said they look cute together.
I think caller wants. More...
He's a 6 out of 10, but he's fucking your barber.
Or Windex bottling over here.
So, I think perspective is definitely an important part. And I think my perspective as an outside party, run for the fucking hills, bitch. Run for the hills. Anyone who just self-describes himself as too damaged for love again, is someone that you don't want to be, a lot of shit to fucking work on.
You don't want to be a part of. Because if they're saying that to you, then they have even more internal issues if they're not telling you.
Right. And I don't think anyone's irredeemable from love.
No.
I think everyone has the capacity to love. Unless you're a sociopath, which at that point your brain just literally cannot be wired to love. But more trouble than it's worth.
Yeah.
I think that's for sure, 100% is...
Don't feel dumb for having a crush on him either. Crushes are normal. They're a human thing. Yeah.
I have crushes all the time. Sometimes I'll be on the subway and I'll have a crush just for that subway ride. Like the other day I was on the subway.
I'll get second crush.
And I saw this girl. I had a crush on a girl on the subway. She was stunning. I'll describe her to you. So she was shorter. She was short and she was like, kind of had that Kim Possible build where she had like a little crop top on with like big pants, but they looked really good on her. And she had a little bucket hat on, and she had like ponytails behind the bucket hat. Pigtails.
This was Lala. This was Lala Weekend.
It was definitely Lala Weekend.
Yeah,
it was.
You're describing a rave outfit.
Exactly, it was a rave fit.
I like it.
But it was a rave fit, but it wasn't colorful. It was like a brown crop top and like brown.
It's a rave outfit that can definitely pass off for like every Monday through Friday.
She was adorable.
Yeah.
And I had I had a crush on her for that subway ride. Crushes come and go. And I'm not saying you not stop fucking this guy. You can still fuck him. He's your barber. You can still get haircuts from him. I would probably get haircuts from someone else. But you can still do all this stuff. I just would not date the man.
I wouldn't date him.
Don't think that he's gonna reciprocate any like romantic things other than.
I'm thinking about the barber. Like, what if they do date? They fall on the off note. I'm saying like what? And he fucks up his hair. Trust your barber. Like guys with barbers are like this. So trust your.
They are like that.
They are.
They're like this.
Two like this. Well, don't fuck up your hair.
They're scissoring.
Don't.
In more way than one. First he scissors him, then he scissors him.
I mean.
A crash. It was a crash. They had a little crash.
A crash.
I say run for the hills. Run for the hills, girl. You can still fuck him. I wouldn't get your haircut from him.
No. And just because someone's taking you out on a quote unquote date does not mean that they want to date you. That's the biggest advice thing. For like some people I know, or just if you fuck somebody, they can probably want to take you to dinner like the next date. That doesn't mean that they want to like date you.
Some people just like that.
Yeah.
Some people like the little wine.
A little wine and dine.
A little wine and dine before the whining. Let's move on to the next one.
This is the worst pairing. That just
it's just bad
little crackheads.
All right, you read the next one.
This one's by Sad Boy Era. It's about sex and love. How do I get over someone? ? I usually the way I go about it is if I can't get over someone, I get under somebody else.
That's it. We're like, we agree. That's it.
The only problem is shallow hookups on Grindr only do so much. I met up with the black and orange app. I met up with this guy from the black and yellow app who wanted to hook up, and both times I saw him, I was with him, and all evening we cooked dinner together and talked, and it was really cute, and I realized that I something I want. the cooking and the dinner, but it never seems to find me. That guy already had a boyfriend. He was only looking for friends with benefits. Okay. So how do I get over someone who has already started to move on? And why don't boys want me for anything more than my body? Oh, it's a little emoticon sad face. I put myself on there on Tinder, but I've compared to the last time I was on it. I am getting way less matches, despite feeling like I have better pictures. So I feel undesirable.
Okay, you want to start with it? I have thoughts, but I'll wait for you to go.
I don't have anything to say right now.
Well, I got thoughts.
You bounce it off. I'll bounce it off.
I got thoughts. Let's talk about it. So first off, I wanna start with the why don't boys want me for anything more than my body? I think that's projecting. That's projecting because this person has been single for a minute and is trying to get over someone, and is in that headspace of like just hooking up with people. So all they see is people wanting them for their body.
That makes sense.
You know what I mean? So I think that's them projecting onto other people, because it could be otherwise. Mm-hmm. And I think the thing with the guy who has a boyfriend already is only for friends with benefit, I think that is actually a good way to get over someone. Just fuck someone else and just like be casual with it, mm-hmm. and not know, because someone who has a boyfriend, that's easy, because there's no chance of it getting any more serious between the two of you. Yeah. Unless things get messy, but that's a whole other problem.
I think trying to get over somebody is when you're trying to get over somebody, you're trying to fill that void and trying to look for specifically tunnel vision to what the other person was.
Well, let's start here. How do you get over somebody? And then I'll get my answer.
By being under somebody else. I'm the same way.
I'm different, actually. While I do support the getting under someone else, personally, I just throw myself into work. I throw myself into work. I keep myself busy. Mm-hmm. I also throw myself into my friends. I throw myself into other relationships. Mm-hmm. For me, I'm always like, if I'm not with somebody, that's fine, because I'll find love everywhere. I'll find love in my friends, in the trees.
That's such a spiritual way.
In a butterfly. I will find love wherever. Okay. So I'm just getting over someone, it hurts and it takes time. Mm-hmm. But for me, I just always lead knowing like, I'm going to be good. No matter what, I'm gonna be good. It may take a little bit to find like
that's such a love,
but you can find love anywhere.
Yeah, that's true.
And so that's how I get over someone, is I keep that in mind.
That's such a hopeful way of thinking.
Right. That's what I think.
Speechless.
I think that's a good way to get over someone. Is to just throw yourself into other things.
But you're an earth sign.
Remind yourself that you got love elsewhere, but also think about how much Scorpio I have in my chart.
It's water though.
And
I think I literally dissipate like the elements, like with the signs. That's how I think about all the signs. That's how I take them into myself.
That's good. The water's all the emotions of it, and that's me being like, I can find love anywhere. That's the Scorpio Venus. I can find love anywhere. Yeah. Don't let the Virgo fool you. Most of my chart is Scorpio.
Well, I think we talked about this before.
We did talk about this, but how do I get over someone who has already started to move on? That's part of it. Knowing that they're already moving on.
That statement alone hurts.
It hurts, but it helps.
That kind of hurts. Well, you have to accept it. You definitely have to accept it. Whatever happened cannot happen, and you have to move on past it. I don't even know how to put it into words.
What if this is the person who was broken up with when their significant other went to college? This is them trying This is them trying to get over them. No, but for real, feeling undesirable because you're getting less matches. I also think that's part of the projecting
to say that,
and to just like.
I think you're trying to
on the amount.
They're trying to fill the void of whatever relationship love that they had. That they're just tunneling like what they try to like. They're trying to make up for the other person,
but also
they're repelling everything else that might be coming into them. So you might think that you're feeling undesirable, but that's not the case.
And have you seen how motherfuckers swipe on Tinder? Trust me,
a little fast action.
I would not conflagrate the amount of matches you're getting with the quality of matches that you're getting. You know what I mean?
It's usually quality over quantity.
And I also don't think. Getting under someone is all good and fine at the end of the day. But
I feel like that's my way of thinking, because I feel like it's keeping yourself busy in another way. That's
it's the two sides of the coin.
Distracting you with the fun aspect. You're actually working on yourself.
That's fair. There's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
Well, I support it.
Yeah. No, I
you could also get under someone else and also find love everywhere else.
Yeah.
That's also fine. I just think getting over someone is a longer process than people.
It's a healing process, and you might never. It might be next year, and you're still getting over that person.
And you
it's
might
not
think,
a time capsule.
You might think that this person's already moved on from you just because they're with other people. And
they
stuff
look
like
like they have their shit together, or however. But
it's still the same process.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think that's really it.
Yeah.
Let's see what do we got next. That was Sad Boy era.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Some of these we're gonna have to save for next month because they just came in like today. This one is from Pussy Popeth. This is a quick one. It's a confession.
It's a confession.
I love a confession. They said Thick is the best song on Beyonce's new album.
That's the only song I heard, but so far it's true.
For you.
I was like,
me,
my initial impression is like, why are all the bottoms posting this song?
Because
it's. I was like, okay,
you
one.
know that meme with the handshake? It's bottoms and thinking what they are, thick.
But it is a really catchy song. I like it.
I like it. I wouldn't say it's the best song. For me, let me open up the list. I'm going to give you all my listing right now of my top 3 from Renaissance. I got it somewhere up here. Boom, there it is. My favorites on the song are, I think Energy is top for me. Energy, America Has a Problem, and Virgo's Groove are my top 3, and shortly behind that is Move, Pure Honey, and Cozy second. I lied. It's Energy, Cozy.
This Alien
How you
Superstar.
know
That's
we're
a popular one.
I'm not gonna lie. Alien Superstar is not my top. It's not even my top half.
You do have a heart by Cozy.
For me, Alien Superstar is like in the lower half of the album for me. And I like the song. I don't skip it when it comes on. I like it. It's just not my favorite. And everyone's posting it, and it's being posted too much. And so sometimes
I think that's gonna be the one that's burnt, like too burnt,
and
like overrated.
And so that's why I just kind of listen to other stuff.
Yeah,
I still like it when it comes on. I still listen to it because people really only post like that one part of the song. Yeah. I think the rest of the song is still great, but for me, it's just not my top. All right, let's move on. So we got a couple that came in today. If they are updates to things, I will read them. If not, I'm just gonna
save them,
table them for next month, just because we're already running at 2 hours. You know, and I don't want to keep you all night. As much as I enjoy your company, I don't want to keep you all night. Okay, this one is not an update. This one. Oh, this one's quick. We can read this one. This is from Best Friendo. They just said, "Just want to say, love you, Dalton. You're a king, and we all love you. Also, you're cute as fuck." So yeah, that's true. Dalton's adorable. We love Dalton. Dalton is a mod of mine. He's fantastic. He's great. He helps keep trolls out of here. He helps keep things running nicely. We applaud Dalton. If I had more money, I would pay Dalton, but sadly, I just can't. I just can't.
I have some mods like that on my Discord too.
Bro.
I'm just like
if I in a perfect world, I would love to pay my mods.
Yeah, of course.
To be like, because it's still work.
Yeah.
To be like, all right, you gotta get blocked. You gotta get blocked. You can get accepted. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
This is another quick one. We can read this one too. It's from Zaddy Christmas. It says, "Give me that good Gluck 9000, Preston. You're a sweetheart, and we all love you. Just not as much as Dalty-san. Ooh.
Ooh.
Well, someone wants to fuck Preston. Works. The Dalton's like, give Jake your money so he can pay me. That's, you know what?
If that's how Dalton get paid. Ivan.
This is all another quick one. You want to read this one? Since it says
Ivan. I think this is towards me. This is Ivan. It's a general advice. Girl, you Latina? ? Can you understand Rosalia? If not, you gay.
Also question mark.
Yes to like the 7 questions.
I can't understand Rosalia.
I can understand her with the lyrics.
To me, I just be hearing. Let's see, there's another one. This is another quick one. Okay, these were all quick. Only one of them is getting saved until next month. That's also true, Vado. My Spanish is ass. The other day at the bar, these 2 guys came in and they refused to believe me that my Spanish was bad. No, they believed that they believed it. They just refused when I told them that my Spanish was really bad. They did not believe me.
Before you spoke it.
Before I spoke it, they didn't believe me. And then after I spoke it, they thought I was lying to them. They were like, "You're just putting on a bad accent." I was like, "No, my Spanish is terrible. It's bad." I mean, they understood me. And I mean, they were only speaking to me in Spanish, and I understood them. And so I just replied
they were
in
Spanish
English. Only. They spoke some English to me,
Oh.
but for the most part, they spoke Spanish to me because they were trying to get me to speak Spanish back to them. So I was speaking in Spanglish mostly.
No.
And they were like, "You're lying. You're putting on a bad accent. Well, stop playing with us." And I'm like, "Girl,
my Spanish has gotten way better.
Not mine. I need to take some classes. I need to take Spanish classes
way
or something.
Better.
My Spanish is bad. Like he said, my Spanish is cute because he'd be giggling. But then when you giggle, it makes me nervous, and then I stop speaking Spanish because I feel like I'm...
It just goes straight to English.
Yeah. Alright, we'll read this one quick. It's Mudkip Lover. Just say that all my homies love Skippy. He's an icon, and we have no choice but to stand. These were just a lot of compliments to people in the chat, and that's fine.
That's good.
Those
I love
cute.
that. That is cute. That's a lot of Duolingo.
A Bori not knowing Spanish? What do you mean? That's like half of us. Half of us don't even speak Spanish. My man's Puerto Rican and don't speak Spanish. No, he speaks a little more than I do. But he's not fluent.
That's very common. You don't have to... It's common.
It's all our parents.
If you're Hispanic,
I blame it on the parents. It's always the parents. Where is it? The one that I'm...
The long one?
It's
unread.
Yeah, I'm gonna schedule that one until next month. We're gonna schedule that one. Yeah. So if you were the one, I'm gonna say this though. If you wrote in from Noodles and Company, I will be tabling it until next month. I'll say that. Oh, flex. All right, we got flex. This is something we do on stream. We got flexes. We flex. Oh, not my arm.
It's like crack-a-lacking.
Oh, I'm getting old, bitch.
I just turned 25 and I felt that.
We got the flex. We got flex.
I don't flex from this arm.
Boom. But yeah, if you submit it from Noodles Company, it will be tabled for the September stream, which once again, as I said, will be featuring co-host Omani Cross Diamond, who put me in drag last week, a very good friend of mine.
Love her.
Fantastic. And so I just want to thank you for coming and giving me such lovely advice. And
brought in Leo month.
Helping me
with the Leo.
Sorting through the bullshit with everyone. I feel like
this was fun.
The two cards that we pulled, the King of Swords
and the King
on
of Coins, point.
I think we
we
represent each of those.
Yeah. Oh,
I think I'm the King of Swords in terms of the more Virgo energy of cutting through the bullshit, whereas you're the King of Coins, where you can kind of see the currency, as it were, in terms of the emotions of it, in terms of the bigger picture of it, because the pentacle and the coin represents more than just actual money.
Currency, yeah.
It's currency in terms of relationships, the currency of your words, the currency of your emotions, of your experiences, because anything can be considered a currency. Yeah. And so I think you represent that one. Because you were able to kind of, go through all of that. Whereas I was able to kind of cut through the nonsense and get at, like, the real meaning of it, I think we work together really well. I didn't even see that. Look at that. Tara's that girl.
Leos and Virgos do get along.
This was a good time.
This was a fun time.
Thank you for being my first co-host. This was cute. This was a good time. Anyways... Make sure you follow Ivan on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. You want to tell everyone where else they can find you?
Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. I'm on TikTok. I do TikToks, everything.
TikTok.
Twitch, even though I don't have anything up right now.
But they can follow it. When the bell goes off, they'll know.
They'll be ready.
They'll know Ivan went on.
It's usually this. Ivandoesyt.
Do you have anything coming down the pipeline in terms of YouTube that you want to
I'm trying to get back to YouTube. A couple videos on the way. I'm sorting through those, and I'm trying to go on Twitch.
Yeah, I'm gonna link your YouTube as well.
I just had a vlog recently.
That is, if you're too lazy to Google yourself, you can click on that link. It'll bring you right to Ivan's YouTube. His last upload was 3 weeks ago. It was a cute little vlog, a little life update. I liked hearing it. It was cute.
Oh, thank you.
So yeah, go follow. Especially like if you like Minecraft and stuff like that. Ivan does it all. And plans for me to be on the channel, right? As voice acting.
Yeah, I would like to do trying to get you back to Pixelmon. They have all the generations on there.
I've been trying. Like I said, I haven't played since like Alpha. Back when
Oh,
it was
that's
just Gen
way
1.
yeah, no, that's way back when they literally like 3D models now. Now it doesn't even look like Minecraft.
So they're not even
They're
blocks?
not even blocks anymore. They're 3D curved models. Like they're
icon. The girls are saying if you need an emote artist for when you start Twitch, they know someone. Which that art at my starting page of me in the Naruto outfit with the Krogan, he did that one.
That's
really
pretty good.
Also, Preston does emotes as well. He did this emote, and this one, I believe. I think he did all 4 of these. So he did all those emotes. You can hire him for emotes, and you can hire Miguel for any other art stuff. Also, thank you, Dalton, for the shout outs to Preston and anyone else, I think. Preston's a great artist. He's fantastic. That's it for today's advice stream. This was a long one, but it was a good one.
I liked it.
I think with co-host, the time will just be longer in general. It's just how
I
it
think
is.
so because it's just bouncing.
Talking,
it's just bouncing off each other.
But I like
it's
it.
A lot. I like it.
It's nice to have.
It was my first. It was my one. It was my first stream, and 2, my first co-host. We popped the cherry on the
cherry. Pop the cherry. Let's see if there's anyone we can raid before we close out. Oh God, yes. Oh no. Is anyone else live? Because I like to try and raid. Stevie is live. Stevie is also a Chicago native. So we'll raid the Stevie TV. And if you want, you can copy this. I really liked the one that Dalton put up where it was like, you just got croaked. So if you want to copy this message, post up.
I like that.
Show Stevie some love. He's playing Gay Shit Impact, a game that I played for about a week.
Yeah, I never played it,
but I support it.
Popular.
I support it. That they do the roles.
Time,
and they try to do their dailies.
It's popular in my Discord.
So yeah, we support. We stand with Gay Shit Impact players. Jen's just shit packed. All right, y'all are sick. I will catch y'all. What's tomorrow? Wednesday. I'll catch y'all tomorrow for our stream when we are getting back into Blaze Black Read.